Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. Lord, the halo has increased 10,000 times, and the start is full. Chapter 41. Seeing the effect of the three halos, Qinfeng also took a breath. This is too outrageous. The holy halo directly added a full 24 times the light attribute damage to the troops. The light attribute is a special kind of magic damage, which can cause very few troops. Generally speaking, only the characteristic units of the Holy Light Legion can be played. Correspondingly, there is very little relative magic resistance. The only limitation is only valid for the evil faction. And the supreme evil resists the halo. It is directly immune to the dark magic below the 8th order. If the two auras are combined, when facing the evil camp, it can be said that the combat power is bursting. And the marching halo. Qinfeng was also surprised when he saw it. All troops directly increase the movement speed by 18 times. What does that mean? All Qinfeng's troops, even the slowest siege troops, will run as fast as a rabbit. When there is a high-speed cavalry unit, various interspersed tactics can be realized. At this time, Qinfeng also slowly closed the skill panel. He is still very satisfied with this wave of gains. At this time, Princess Dina said, "Your Excellency Tyrant, the Lord of Flame is extremely dangerous, we must not let him lift the seal." Qinfeng said casually, "Don't worry, isn't it just the 2 cores of inflammation?" Princess Dina's delicate mouth twitched. Isn't it just 2 cores of inflammation? She led hundreds of millions of troops, but returned with a feather. In Qinfeng's mouth, why is it like garbage? She also suppressed the anger in her heart and said, "Your Excellency Tyrant, the troops of the Legion can be commanded by you." Heard. Qinfeng was stunned. This woman won't want to split his boss, will she? He said directly, "No need, just have my troops." Princess Dina was instantly full of question marks. Unnecessary. Could it be that Qinfeng will use his 1,000 troops to kill 2 legendary bosses? Qinfeng's troops were pitifully small, and she naturally believed that Qinfeng had sacrificed countless troops in order to defeat the first core of flames. 1,000 troops to kill the legendary boss. Is the Arabian Nights good? Qinfeng was too lazy to talk to her, and waved directly, "Just wait for the news here." After speaking, he also walked out of the tent directly. Princess Dina and her lieutenant looked at each other. They all saw a trace of anger in each other's eyes. This man is inexplicably irritating. However, the recuperation from the royal family quickly stabilized their mentality. At this moment, the adjutant asked, "Your Highness Princess, why did you hide so many potions?" The Templar Legion, as a huge organization that dominates the entire war continent, officially set off on an expedition. How could it be possible to carry such several kinds of medicines? The adjutant did bring over all the medicines in the entire legion. She didn't count them carefully, but there were definitely more than 20 kinds. However, after Princess Dina counted, she only gave Qinfeng a few potions, which was pitiful. There was also a hint of slyness in Princess Dina's lavender eyes. This man is a little weird. He can completely ask us for more, but he only needs some potions, which means his talent is definitely related to potions. Although he is currently helping us complete the mission, but he also killed the goddess of the flame goddess, which shows that this man is extremely uncontrollable. Before it is determined whether it is an enemy or a friend, the Legion must have a backer, and he cannot be allowed to develop unrestrictedly. Qinfeng naturally didn't know that Princess Dina had almost guessed his talent. But what if you guessed it? He didn't care at all about it. The NPCs in the Warland are not stupid, on the contrary, they are smarter than each other. It is only a matter of time before Qinfeng's talent is exposed. But, even if exposed, what can they do? At this time, he has come to the 2nd core of flame. The ugly heart beat rhythmically. Every time it jumps, the whole ground vibrates. Qinfeng didn't hesitate and launched the attack directly. Shish! Countless arrows shot out of the air and slammed into the heart of the core of flames. By this time, with the Huoyao stone ring providing real damage, and a few halos providing additional damage, Qinfeng's speed of killing monsters should not be too fast. In just one round of focus fire, the blood strips at the core of the flames were wiped away. Boom, boom, comma. As a counterattack, the sky-filled flames once again swept the entire space. But well, Qin Feng is still directly immune. After a few minutes, the sound of the system sounded again. Ding dong, your troops successfully killed the Core of Flame legendary boss and gained 120 million experience points and 1000 W event points. Ding dong, you triggered that Supreme Experience Aura LV 10,000 and your troops gained 1.2 trillion experience points. Ding dong, it has been detected that all your units have reached the full level. The current experience value has been converted into proficiency. The current proficiency is 2,174 billion 100,000 billion. Quote. Ding dong, you triggered that Supreme Points Halo LV 8000 and you got 80 billion activity points. Quote. Ding dong, you performed well in the first stage of public tasks and received stage rewards. Activity points *1000 W, Flame Points Potion Legend. Ding dong, you triggered that Supreme Points Halo LV 8000 and you got 80 billion activity points. Quote. Ding dong, world announcement. Thanks to the efforts of all players, the second Core of Flame has been broken and the stage rewards have been issued. Ding dong, world announcement. The Lord of Flames has dispatched elite troops to defend the last Core of Flames. All players please be vigilant. Quote. Not far away. Feeling the feeling of the earth shaking from the ground, Princess Dinah's delicate face was also full of disbelief. With her strength, how could she not feel? The Core of Flames has been completely shattered. But she can't accept it. The boss who made them pay a terrible price was killed by this man with 1,000 troops in a few minutes. This is too shocking, isn't it? The system announcement fell again, and Qin Feng also took a deep breath. A legendary boss, he directly increased 160 billion activity points. Rao is Qin Feng, and he has never heard of anyone who can get so many points in one event. When the event store opens, there are definitely a lot of things he can exchange. At this time, Qin Feng didn't think much about it and picked up the corpse. He continued to pick up a flame heart fragment. At this time, Qin Feng also glanced at the time, and then frowned slightly. It is less than an hour before players enter the event map. Looks like we have to hurry up. With a murmur, Qin Feng also rushed towards the third skull with his troops. The world announcement that sounded again made the students' hearts tense again. At Tyrant, please don't move. The public tasks are so quickly completed by you alone. Are you still human? At Tyrant, classmate, don't be too extreme, we'll see each other in the future. Have you found it? How can there be such an awesome character in the Dragon Kingdom? The president of the First Guild in the United States hereby issued an ultimatum to the Dragon Kingdom. Warn the tyrant, don't carry out the task again, otherwise. Quote. Blue Star's students naturally jumped in a hurry. It's still more than an hour, and Qin Feng has completed 2/3 of the public task. According to this progress, Qin Feng can completely complete the public tasks of the first stage by himself. Does this give others a way to live? Eagle Country. Garden of Eden. At this time, Adam's face was ashen, and even Eve's beautiful cheeks beside him were full of evil spirits. Adam's fists clenched, and angry voices spread throughout the guild. Public tasks belong to our beautiful country. The first powerful country is definitely our beautiful country. The order of this world must also be guarded by our beautiful country. Tyrant, is he a bird? Quote. Instead, Eve had to be calmer. It seems that there are many powerful characters in the Dragon Kingdom. We have been suppressing them, but we still let them rise. The corner of her delicate mouth raised a sneer and said, we need to put some pressure on Long Guo. Qin Feng is naturally too lazy to care about the students' thoughts. At this time, under the high movement speed bonus, he quickly came to the last skull. Qin Feng also frowned slightly. Before the third core of flame, he actually saw 3 extremely huge fire elements. He lost an investigative technique. Nuclear fire element epic boss. Fire spirit epic boss. Guardian of the Lord of Fire epic boss. It seems that in order to protect the last core, the fire element is also in a hurry. 3 epic bosses came directly, and the level was still full. With the addition of a legendary core of flame, this lineup is already terrifying. Even in the main world, countless troops have to be sacrificed. And there are also several terrifying buffs in their skill bar. Advanced Divine Art Fire Amplification. Advanced Divine Art, Supreme Elemental Body. Advanced Divine Art Advanced Hardness. It seems that the Monarch of Flames has already cast divine magic for them. The 3 magical techniques can be said to be very powerful, respectively strengthening the fire attribute damage, magic resistance and physical defense. It can be said to be strengthened in all aspects. At this time, the 3 epic bosses also saw Qin Feng. They looked at the troops behind Qin Feng with contempt in their eyes. Human, do you dare to offend the great Lord of Flame? Boy, hand over the loot that the flaming lamp god exploded, and then kneel down to apologize to us, we can spare your life. Apologize, hee, boy, as long as you kneel and kowtow, we can spare you. Quote. Hearing this, Qin Feng sneered, and without hesitation, let the troops start focusing on fire. Immediately, countless troops instantly enveloped the bosses. Next moment, the dazzling fire light suddenly erupted along with the holy light. The 2 god-level powerhouses in the plane of fire, the goddess of flames belonged to the neutral camp, and the monarch of flames was the proper evil camp. Against his subordinates, the advanced holy light aura will naturally be triggered, directly adding 24 times the holy light damage. Just a round of fire. Ding dong, your troops successfully killed the nuclear fire element epic boss and gained 600 W experience points and 160 W event points. Ding dong, your troops successfully killed the fire spirit epic boss and gained 800 W experience points and 200 W event points. Ding dong, your troops successfully killed the guardian of the Lord of Fire epic boss and gained 700 W experience points and 180 W event points. Quote. Ding dong, you triggered the Supreme Experience Aura LV 10,000 and your troops gained 80 billion experience points. Ding dong, you triggered the Supreme Points Halo LV 8,000 and you got 16 billion activity points. Quote. Ding dong, world announcement. The Lord of the Dragon Kingdom Tyrant successfully killed the intense nuclear fire element epic boss as the first player in this class to kill the epic boss. Hereby reward, gorgeous treasure chest epic prestige plus 1000. Quote. The rumbling sound of the system fell, and the entire universe was silent again. This is too outrageous, isn't it? One person took all the first kills of gold, purple gold, epic, and legendary bosses. It's the first time in the universe that one person has won the first kill of all the bosses. Is it possible? This is a genius with SSS level talent. This tyrant is too terrifying. Everyone, if the human race rises, we will not have a good time. Quote. There was another noise in the universe, but that was all. No matter how strong they can't penetrate the will of the heavens, and they can't get into the novice map at all. They can only widen their eyes one by one, and then watch Qin Feng keep developing, growing up little by little. At this time, Qin Feng also took out his ears. The sound of the system rang for more than 10 seconds, which was indeed a bit long. He really didn't know, where did these 3 epic bosses have the confidence to kill him? Isn't this to send points? Just this wave, the activity points rose again by tens of billions. It can be said that the 3 of them just sent a wave of warmth to Qin Feng. At this time, he took it out. Ding dong, you got the loot, Flame Spear epic. Ding dong, you got the loot, Flaming Stone epic *30. Ding dong, you got the loot, Bracelet of Burning epic rank. Ding dong, you got the loot, Fire Element Enchanting Stone epic rank. Ding dong, you got the loot, Advanced Fire Element Fragment epic *30. Ding dong, you got the loot, Advanced Explosive Potion epic. Quote. The first kill of an epic boss, there are still quite a lot of equipment bursting out. The first is a lot of materials. Flame stones and high-level fire element fragments are very rare materials. One can sell millions of dragon coins, that is to say, Qin Feng also earned at least hundreds of millions of dragon coins in this wave. Of course, Qin Feng has not changed jobs and side jobs now, and these materials can only be put in the backpack to eat ashes. He continued to look. The first is an epic piece of equipment, a slender spear that is extremely red. Flame spear. Explanation. It was originally a delicate spear made by the elves, but for some reason it was transferred to the plane of fire. After thousands of years of lava soaking, it already contains a strong breath of fire. Rank. Epic. Grade 1. Equipment type. Arms equipment. Requirements for use. Arms fire resistance greater than 20%. Attributes. 1. Arms attack plus 30%. 2. When units attack, each attack will apply burning buff to the enemy, stacking up to 30 layers. 3. Flame explosion consume all burning buff, causing 200 damage to the enemy per layer. Cooling time. 5 minutes. Forehead. This epic piece of equipment, Qin Feng's feeling is not very useful. Of the 3 attributes, the first one increases the unit's attack power by 30%, this value is quite good. The latter 2 are skills that can be combined with each other. If the burning buff is fully stacked, use the flame explosion to cause 6,000 damage to the enemy. If the average player got it, he would be very happy. This skill can be used as the main output means to play. But for Qin Feng, 6,000 damage value, ha ha. A flat A for him is 5 figures, okay. He felt ashamed that it took so much effort to hit 6,000 damage. Of course, it's fine as an over-equipment. Therefore, Qin Feng took down the sharp broken blade of wind speed shooter. With the flaming stone ring, this piece of equipment is useless for the time being. As an intermediate class, wind speed archer can equip a total of 2 arms. Next is a fiery red bracelet engraved with a magical inscription. Bracelet of Burns epic rank. Description. A bracelet from a fire elemental mage, which can enhance the power of fire spells. Rank. Epic. Level. 20. Equipment type. Hero equipment. Requirements for use. Mage occupation. Attributes. 1. Magic attack plus 20%. 2. Fireball becomes AoE damage, and its power is increased by 50%. 3. Pyroblast becomes AoE damage, and its power is increased by 100%. The properties of this bracelet are still very good, and the effect is simple and rude. The mages in war are also divided into many genres. But, in the early stage, most of them are still divided into ice method and fire method. Fire spells are naturally more violent, cost more mana, and do more damage, but have a longer CD. The ice law is more partial control. For war, the personal strength of the lord is not very important, so most mages will choose the ice method. Don't you feel bad about slowing down the troops, controlling them, and keeping the refrigerator alive. However, Qin Feng's attributes are strong enough to play with fire. If this piece of equipment were to flow into the market, it would definitely drive all fire mages crazy. Especially the last 2, which directly turned Fireball Pyroblast into AoE damage. This is very powerful. However, Qin Feng's current level is stuck at level 10 and can only be thrown into the backpack to eat ashes. The 2 pieces of equipment were far from satisfactory. Qin Feng looked at some special items. The first is a fire-type enchanting stone. Fire enchanting stone. Description. The enchanted stone from the plane of fire, as long as it is used, has a probability to change the attributes of the equipment or add new attributes. Grade 1. Rank. Epic. In war, there are equipment enhancement and enchanting systems. Strengthening, as the name suggests, can strengthen equipment. However, there is also an upper limit to the level of reinforcement, and it is easy to break if the level is high. It can be said to be very crap. And enchanting, in general, can add new attributes without any risk. However, epic level enchanting stones also require epic level enchanting tables. You also need to transfer to the deputy enchanter. Qin Feng didn't have either, so he could only throw it in his backpack to eat ashes. The last piece is a parchment-like drawing. Qin Feng is also checking the attributes. Advanced explosive potion. Explanation. It is rumored that it is a potion made by a certain alchemist. The potion is extremely unstable. It may explode without being thrown out. Does anyone really dare to drink it? Rank. Epic. Grade 1. Effect. For 1 hour, when all units attack, there is a 12% chance to deal 600% of the attack's fire damage. Extractable. Hint. This medicine is extremely unstable and has a great probability of hurting yourself. Advanced Explosive Potion. Qin Feng looked at the name and remembered the low-level explosive potion he got before. He extracted the extremely terrifying Advanced Burst Aura LV-2000 from the low-level explosion potion. It was also this aura that directly increased his damage dozens of times. So, if you get this high-level blasting potion, how far can the aura be upgraded? Thinking of this, Qin Feng also started to extract directly. Ding dong, you use the SSS level skill Aura Extraction successfully triggered a 4,900-fold increase, and obtained the Aura Advanced Burst Aura LV 4,900. Ding dong, your Aura Advanced Burst Aura LV 2000 has been upgraded, and the current level is Super Burst Aura LV 6,900. Quote. Super Burst Aura LV 6900. Explanation. Art is a blast. Boom boom boom. Level. 6,900. Effect. When all units attack, there is a 100% chance to deal 6,900% fire attribute explosion damage to the enemy. Current status. Closed. The damage increase was directly pulled to 69 times. Qin Feng felt a sense of relief in his heart. You know, there is no limit to the damage increase brought by the burst halo. At this time, Qin Feng slowly closed the backpack. I have to say that the warmth sent by the 3 epic bosses is still very good. At this time, Qin Feng looked at the third core of flame, which was still the same, with no change in attributes. He didn't say much nonsense, and let the troops start attacking directly. After a minute, along with the shattering of the third core of flame, the rumbling system sound suddenly sounded. Ding dong, your troops successfully killed the Core of Flame legendary boss and gained 120 million experience points and 1000 W event points. Ding dong, you triggered the Supreme Experience Aura LV 10,000. Quote. Ding dong, world announcement. With the unremitting efforts of players, the first stage of the public task Break the Core of Flames has been completed. Thank you for your dedication, and rewards will be issued according to your contribution. Ding dong, world notice. The second stage of the public task Rescue the Sealed Priestess public task has been unlocked, please check it out in time. Quote. Ding dong, your successful completion of the public quest Breaking the Core of Flame has been noticed by the Templar Legion, and your Templar Legion reputation value plus 20 W. Ding dong, your Templar Legion has a high reputation, and you can already go to receive military rank. Quote. Ding dong, you have performed well in the first stage of public tasks, and you have received the following rewards. Basic resources * 300 billion reach the personal upper limit. Magic crystal * 300 billion reach the personal upper limit. The activity map attack and defense bonus buff. Ding dong, your territorial resources have exploded. The amount is huge, and it is very easy to cause the surrounding forces to snatch it. Please be vigilant. Quote. The rumbling system sound fell, and the players were completely silent. Nima. The public tasks of the first stage were directly completed by Qin Feng alone. You must know that there are also types of public tasks, and the first stage is often the easiest. That is, the general public can participate. In the later stages, ordinary people can't touch it. For a time, the players in the entire world were mourning. Nima. This tyrant is not a person at all. In the Sakura Country Sakura Guild, the siege against the tyrant and the Dragon Country is launched here. Who is involved? I'm from Kangaroo Country, let's get involved. I, Asan, do my part. Our beautiful country, as the most just world police of Blue Star, naturally wants to participate in a wave. Quote. For a time, the whole world was surging. Countries that were usually unfriendly to the Dragon Kingdom naturally participated in this so-called encirclement and suppression campaign. The Human Federation also exerted heavy pressure on the Dragon Country Federation. They posted directly on the official forum of the Human Federation, and then directly pinned it to the top. At Longguo Branch, this tyrant must be dealt with seriously. His behavior seriously threatens the survival of the entire human race. We will give you 24 hours, and if he is still alive, we will dispatch the emergency security team to hunt him down. Quote. As soon as the news came out, the whole world was in an uproar. In the past, everything was negotiated. This time, the Human Federation did not inform the Dragon Kingdom, and immediately issued an ultimatum. It's the first time it's so tough. The Dragon Kingdom players naturally sighed. Alas, it's a pity that our Dragon Kingdom finally produced a peerless genius. It seems that he will be dealt with. According to the laws of the Human Federation, he will be deprived of the Lord's authority and imprisoned for life. It's a pity, my Dragon Kingdom has lost a day of talent. Who made him so arrogant? Haha, I think it's just right. Yes, such a madman, it's better to deal with it sooner. The two upstairs are from the Great Guild. Did you move your cake? Tisk tisk, what about you? Quote. Human Federation Dragon Branch. A man with a Chinese character was smoking a cigarette, his brows furrowed. At this time, an OL hurried in and reported, "Chief, the identity of the tyrant is a mystery, and we can't investigate it for the time being. All the students have been checked, and they can't be the first players to enter the game." Quote. Oh, I see. The man snuffed out the cigarette in his hand. He also sighed. Since they were not the first to enter the game, they were poor students who were voluntarily abandoned by the school. This kind of people, always an outcast. Can it be so strong? I'm afraid this must be an SS-level talent, right? Even for him, it was a pain in his heart. If Qin Feng is willing to reveal his identity, the Dragon Kingdom Federation can still find a way to protect him. For example, hiding, developing secretly, or directly incorporating into the Dragon Group of the Dragon Kingdom branch. But Qin Feng's identity cannot be found at all now. In other words, in reality, he can't be found at all. You can only reach him through the game. The problem is, Qin Feng simply refused anyone's private chat. He could only sigh and say, "Little guy, help you luck." And Qin Feng also received several special messages at this time. Special news, Human Federation Headquarters. Tyrant, we limit you to surrender to the Dragon Country branch within 24 hours. According to the law, you can still live. Otherwise, the special guards will take action, and you will be included in the lore order by the guards. At that time, you will surely die. Seeing these news, Qin Feng also scratched his ears. The so-called lore order is the most serious law issued by the Human Alliance. The Human Alliance has a standing guard. Players who are included in the lore order will be endlessly hunted down by the guards as long as the territory is still alive. Not just in games, but in reality. But Qin Feng also laughed. Killing order, special guards, a bunch of stuff that only consumes internally. The fate of mankind in the future is so miserable, and the Federation of Humanity has contributed greatly. For the status and strength of their own country, they would not hesitate to hunt and kill the geniuses of other countries. He was born again, and naturally he would not put these things in his eyes. In fact, to put it bluntly, these privileges of the Human Alliance were fought by the older generation in the tragic war. At that time, the will of the heavens and the gods expressed their appreciation for the fearless and strong spirit of the human race, so they gave a series of rewards and privileges to the Human Alliance, in order to allow Blue Star to develop better. But now what? Human strength is getting worse and worse, and after a few years, it will be destroyed by several major natural disaster races. Thinking of this, a cold smile appeared on Qin Feng's face. It seems I have to teach them a hard lesson. Thoughts flowed in his head. Qin Feng also temporarily put it behind him. He looked at this wave of rewards. It is very rich. Even he didn't expect to be so perverted. If the reward of a large-scale public task is obtained by one person, it will be so delicious. First of all, it is an extremely terrifying resource. 300 billion basic resources and magic crystals came directly. Rao is Qin Feng, who was also shocked by this number. 300 billion resources. Qin Feng never had so many until his fall. This number, even the 8 major families, can be used for a long time. Not to mention, there are also 300 billion magic crystals. Magic crystals are undoubtedly much more precious than basic resources. Many buildings require magic crystals for energy, such as high-grade defense towers and buildings, which require magic crystals to provide energy. At the same time, magic crystals are also extremely expensive in the market, and one magic crystal can be exchanged for 10 times the basic resources. In other words, Qin Feng's wave is equivalent to directly earning 300 billion basic resources. Until the middle of the game, Qin Feng will not waste resources anymore. In addition to resources, the system also provides a buff. He also opened the status bar to check offensive and defensive bonus. Description: the rewards for the first stage of public tasks. Effect: large-scale event fire. End: all units attack and defense value plus 3000% has reached the personal upper limit. Even Qin Feng took a deep breath. This buff is too outrageous, right? Directly increase the attack and defense value by 30 times. Originally, this buff is shared by the whole server. It is divided by tens of millions of people, and the value of the buff is absolutely low. It would be nice if everyone gets 5%. But now, Qin Feng has directly filled up his personal rewards. He also did a bit of calculation. In this large-scale event, if he encounters an enemy of the evil camp, there has been a full 123 times the damage. Rao is Qin Feng, and he also sucked in a breath of cold air. At this time, Qin Feng is also ready to take stock of his gains. He first looked at the corpse of the third core of flame. Just grab it. The last fire core fragment is in hand. He has already met the synthesis conditions. Qin Feng didn't think much about it and started synthesizing directly. Suddenly, the sound of the system suddenly sounded. Ding dong, you used inflammation core fragment *3 to successfully synthesize inflammation core Shenzhen level. Quote. Oh, is it a god level item? Qin Feng was also surprised. God level. For the human race of Blue Star, it is extremely precious. The birth of every god level equipment and item usually means the birth of a strong man. He also quickly checked the properties. Core of flame. Explanation: one of the 5 fruits of the Holy Glory Saint artifact, Heart of Elements, it is rumored to contain the power of extremely terrifying flames, but only after returning to the Heart of Elements can it exert its true power. Grade 1. Grade: Shenshuan 9th grade. Type: special equipment. Attribute: unreturned elemental heart cannot be viewed. After returning, please check it in elemental heart. Durability: 10,000 with 10,000 W. Qin Feng. Nima. His heart was also unhappy. After finally getting a Shenshuan level item, it still can't be used. This is too stupid. The ghost knows what this so-called elemental heart is. However, Holy Yao level equipment must be extremely rare. At least Qin Feng had never heard of a human being who got a Holy Glory level item in his previous life until his resurrection. Temporarily throwing the core of flame into the backpack, Qin Feng also took out the big gift bag he got before. He also opened it directly. Ding dong, you opened the glowing treasure chest purple gold level and got the loot. Lightspeed recruitment card 100, Senior Alchemist transfer book epic level. Quote. It's still the familiar Lightspeed recruiting card, which is definitely not too much. Immediately after, a quaint parchment book. Senior Alchemist transfer book. Description: notes from a certain alchemist. After use, you can directly transfer to an intermediate alchemist. Grade 1. Rank: epic. Effect: change to intermediate alchemist. Requirements: intelligence greater than 100. A deputy job transfer book. In war, there are naturally all kinds of deputies. What enchanter, alchemist, cook, gardener. As long as you can think of almost there are corresponding occupations. And an alchemist is naturally a profession that refines various potions. For Qin Feng, it can be said to be quite suitable. But well, he also frowned slightly, and did not study for the first time. The reason is also very simple: alchemists, in addition to burning money, it is a very waste of time. Often it takes several hours to refine a bottle of potion. Qin Feng didn't bother to waste that time at all. With this time, it is better to brush a few secret realms and kill a few more players. He was temporarily included in the backpack. It seems, I need a working man. At this time, the rumbling world announcement suddenly sounded. Ding dong, world announcement. Templar Legion has opened a special mechanism, and the large-scale world event Doomsday Wither has been opened in advance. All senior high school students can enter the event map through the portal in the territory. Ding dong, world announcement. The leaderboard has been opened, please check it out in time. Quote. The sound of the system fell, and the students who were already in a hurry also cheered. Yeah, long live the Templar Legion, it actually opened early. You're all going to kill the tyrant for me. Kill this dog thief. The tyrant takes his life. You have taken all the rewards from Lao Su. I rub it. Everyone, look at the personal rankings, what is the tyrant not hanging on the wall? Quote. Everyone was shocked, and quickly opened the leaderboard to check. Personal rankings. First place. Tyrant, Dragon Kingdom, personal points, 869 billion. Qin Feng was alone in the rankings. The reason is also very simple. The students have just entered the activity map, and their points are naturally 0. But this number is naturally a bit scary. 800 billion. This Nima, is it true? Countless students also said that they have never seen so many points in their life. Okay. On Qin Feng's side, the sound of the system also sounded. Ding dong, you have ranked first in the personal ranking and received the following rewards: troop attack and defense value plus 100%. Ding dong, Dragon Kingdom has been ranked first in the country ranking, and all Dragon Kingdom players will receive the following rewards: troop attack and defense value plus 20%. Quote. In the large-scale event of war, there are 3 types of leaderboards: individuals, guilds, nations. There will also be race and alliance leaderboards in the mega event. Of course, in the current novice map, no one has established a guild at all, so there are only individual and national rankings. Both rankings are ranked by points. With Qin Feng's current points, even if he stops playing, until the end of the event, he is firmly in first place. And the attack and defense bonus of the leaderboard can only be said to be average. Compared with the 30 times bonus Qin Feng got in the first stage, it is pitifully low. After closing the ranking list, Qin Feng also murmured unhappily, "Dinah, this idiot. I remember it. Originally, there was still some time before the secret realm opened, and he could still continue to complete public tasks. But who knew that this girl actually opened the secret realm in advance?" Boom. In an instant, Qin Feng's whole body was instantly enveloped by a vast and terrifying aura. In front of him, a pool of fiery red magma suddenly appeared on the sword, and the next moment, the magma slowly gathered and gradually gathered into a huge strange shape. At the same time, the sound of the system suddenly sounded. Ding dong, world announcement. A player triggered a special mechanism and discovered the hidden boss, 7th Monarch of Flame. The coordinates of the boss have been marked on all player maps. Please go to the crusade. Quote. As soon as the world announced, the players cheered. I wipe it. God helps me too. The tyrant is at the coordinates of this boss. Everyone, hurry up. This is a hidden boss, kill the absolute blood to earn a wave. If you kill a tyrant, you will earn hundreds of billions of points, and it's so cool to be able to kill the boss along the way. Kill the tyrant, grab the boss. Quote. The students are naturally not stupid. Now ordinary players have just entered the event map. Except Qin Feng, who can trigger the hidden boss. The 7th Monarch of Flames. At first listen, it is a powerful boss that is difficult to deal with. But, in large-scale events, as long as you kill the opponent, you can loot all the opponent's points. Everyone who looked at Qin Feng's points was stunned for a while. But no matter. As long as Qin Feng is killed, the points are theirs. Hearing the rumbling sound in his ears, Qin Feng was also taken aback. In front of him, a huge figure dozens of meters high suddenly appeared. Its body was like a raging flame, crimson to the extreme. On its wrists, there are 2 extremely bright red bracelets engraved with intricate inscriptions. There are only 2 eyes, releasing a terrifying light. He checked the attributes of the one in front of him. The 7th Monarch of Flame, legendary. Description: the extremely powerful fire element who once set foot in the Shenshuan level domain was defeated by the Lord of Flames while competing for the supreme position of the fire element. Since then, he fell from the realm and surrendered to the Monarch of Flame. He followed the Monarch of Flames for thousands of years to invade the War Continent, and was defeated by 5. A legendary Archmage joined forces to seal it here. Level 190. Grade Legend 9. Attack, Defense, Life Value, Skill. The legendary 9th Order boss. Qin Feng was also taken aback. He also did not expect that he would actually attract a legendary 9th Order boss. Legend has it that the 9th rank, but 1 foot has entered the Shenxuan rank. Such a boss is undoubtedly stronger and countless times stronger. Not to mention, this 7th Monarch of the Flames was indeed a god profound level, but he was beaten back to the legendary level. At this time, the 7th Monarch's eyes were also staring at Qin Feng, and he said, "Human, hand over the inflammation core and I will give you infinite power." The words fell, and the system's voice suddenly sounded. "Ding dong, the 7th Monarch of Flame invites you to join the Legion of Fire, and he promises that as long as you hand over the core of flame he will give you infinite power." Ding dong, tip, if you join the Fire Legion your camp will be changed to the evil camp. Ding dong, tip, the 7th Monarch of Flame is in a special state. After the blood volume is 0, it will not die, but will fall into a deep sleep. Quote. Listening to the sound of the system in the ear, Qin Feng also scratched his ear. The 7th Monarch of the Flames. Although strong. But, hundreds of years ago, the goddess of light led countless races to purge the evil camp. Until now, the evil faction is still running around in the universe, unable to make any big waves at all. Although Qin Feng knows a lot of secret plots, the evil camp is just showing weakness, and a huge conspiracy is brewing in secret. But he was sure that as long as he joined the evil camp, all the bones that would be eaten would be gone in a few days. Qin Feng was about to refuse, but before he could say anything, there was a commotion next to him. "Tyrant, take your life. Hand over the quest reward, spare you from dying." "Tyrant, my Asan First Guild is here, I apologize to us and spare you." "Tyrant big brother, how about you get killed by someone, and they kill you at night?" Quote. Qin Feng was also taken aback. This game will automatically translate the language of the players. This wave, it seems that the senior high school students of Ah Sangguo have come here. But, how did they get here so soon? Qin Feng also checked it out. Not far from the 7th Monarch of the Flames, there seemed to be an extra teleportation formation. The players of the 3 kingdoms are emerging continuously. It seems that this place is very close to Ah Sangguo's teleportation array. He didn't say much, because the 7th Monarch next to him was already angry. "Bug, how dare you disturb the great 7th Monarch? Die, bugs." Quote. Next moment, the raging flames rose suddenly. It was like a fiery Red Sea that was churning, filling the entire underground space in an instant. The students of Ah Sangguo were dumbfounded. "Nima, what the hell is this? Help, this boss is too strong. I wipe, what kind of damage is this? Lao Su's tier 3 meat shields have all been killed in seconds. Say oh, help." Quote. The players did not make any resistance at all, and countless troops were instantly swallowed by the surging flames. At the same time, countless terrifying figures appeared on their heads. -3940W. -4025W. -3868W. At the same time, countless terrifying green numbers appeared on the heads of Qin Feng's troops. +99999. +99999. ... Qin Feng also twitched the corner of his mouth. This 7th Monarch is still quite strong, as expected of an existence that once set foot on the divine profound level. He didn't think much about it. Taking advantage of the chaos in the scene, he left quietly with the troops. This boss, with a seal, cannot be killed at all. Also, it doesn't come out. Qin Feng is ready to complete the second stage of public tasks. He also opened the taskbar to check. Rescue the Sealed Priestess public task. Description: the 4 priestesses of the Fire Goddess were sealed by the Lord of Fire. They are the key to reseal the Lord of Fire. Go and save them. Task nature: SSS public task. Mission difficulty: 1000W. Mission content: save the priestess 0 quarters. Mission reward: various materials, points. Looking at the description of the task, Qin Feng was also speechless. Why do these people who play with fire like seals so much? The Lord of Flame has been sealed for thousands of years, and as a result, he has sealed the 4 priestesses of the Goddess of Flame with his backhand. He also shook his head and walked towards the coordinates of the mission marker. A few hundred meters before a seal. Zhao Xiaoshui frowned slightly, anxiously instructing the surrounding guild players. The Vertical and Horizontal Guild is one of the 8 major guilds of the Dragon Kingdom. There are millions of high school students alone. She also gathered the troops of these players in an instant. At this stage, the average territory level of players is level 3, and the population cap is 300. However, the troops gathered by the Vertical and Horizontal Guild have far exceeded 10 million. This number is already huge. And she is also resolute, and directly leads the players of the guild to prepare to attack a seal point. If you can complete the task of a seal point, the entire guild will take off in one wave. But, coincidentally, Zhonggang directly ran into the so-called anti-tyrant alliance formed by other countries. Students from other countries, even with the Dragon Kingdom, are all ready to fight a wave together. They also know that Qin Feng's takeoff will inevitably lead to the entire Dragon Kingdom. If not all of them are defeated at once, this year's students of the Dragon Kingdom will be unstoppable. As a result, the coalition forces of various countries launched a fierce attack on the Vertical and Horizontal troops in an instant. At this time, one by one his subordinates reported anxiously. "Miss, our troops on the east side are nearly wiped out, please ask for support." "Miss, the elite troops of Bangzi country have come in, and our vanguard troops have been wiped out." "Report, a flying unit has appeared in the Sakura Nation army." A thin layer of sweat also appeared on Zhao Xiaoshui's white forehead. Her jade-like palms clenched tightly into fists. This wave, the Vertical and Horizontal, directly faced the hundreds of millions of coalition forces added up by various countries. The disparity in numbers is too large, and the Vertical and Horizontal fronts are almost collapsed at the touch of a button. At this time, the leaders of the coalition forces of various countries also swelled one by one. "Hey, I heard that the young lady of your Zhonggang family is a school girl. Send us a message to Mr. Yang, take a few breaths, and we will turn around and leave immediately." "Haha, that's right, as long as you stay with us for one night, let alone a small seal, it's okay even if you don't participate in large-scale events." Some women in Longguo always kneeled and licked in the face of Lord Yang. Also known as a shepherd dog. On the one hand, they said that the man in Longguo was a Puxan man, but on the other hand, they knelt down and licked at Lord Yang. This also contributed to their contempt for the people of the Dragon Kingdom. And listening to the words of players from other countries, Zhao Xiaoshui's pink fist clenched. But, the troops of the Vertical and Horizontal Guild fell in pieces, the scale visibly shrinking. Zhao Xiaoshui closed her eyes as if resigned, and sighed faintly. "Looks like I'm the one who jumped in this time. But next time, I'll definitely call back. Right now." Boom, 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 . A violent explosion sounded suddenly. The troops of the entire foreign coalition started from the rear, like rows of straws, falling in pieces. "FK, what's going on? The boss is here, Baga. This is the tyrant here. Everyone hurry up and focus on him. His troops were immune to damage before, and they must have used some rare items. Now everyone hurry up and focus on fire. As long as we kill him, the points are all ours. Kill, Ziba. This tyrant's damage is too high, and Lao Su's meat shields have been instantly killed. Help me. The formation of the coalition forces of various countries instantly became a big mess. Originally, they are the backstabs of the guild. The front row of the meat shield is naturally in the front, and the various output and healing units naturally shrink in the back. They also backstabbed a wave of chrysanthemums across the guild, which caused their front to collapse instantly. But now, they became the party who was stabbed. The crispy skin at the back is instantly dead. Certainly. From Qin Feng's point of view, it doesn't matter if you poke the chrysanthemum or not. The reason, it's pretty simple. It's all instant kills. Front row, back row, non-existent. Their meat shield troops, in front of him, simply couldn't survive a round of attack. It's all a wave of killing value, and the harvest is over. At the same time, a series of system voices also rang in Qin Feng's ears. Ding dong, your troops killed plateau shooter tier 3 *1000 and gained 3000 killing points. Ding dong, your troops killed the player by Kai in the inside and you plundered all the player's activity points, a total of 10 points. Ding dong, you triggered that Supreme Integral Halo LV8000 and you got 2400W killing points. Ding dong, you triggered that Supreme Points Halo LV8000 and you got 8W points of activity points. Quote. Ding dong, it was detected that your killing value is extremely high, and you have obtained the title Killing is Alive Epic Level. Quote. Qin Feng's AoE ability was too terrifying. In less than 2 minutes, the formation of the coalition forces of various countries completely collapsed. They all screamed and fled with the troops. Qin Feng didn't bother to chase after them either. And this time, he was also a little surprised by the system prompt. Killing value can also trigger Supreme Points Halo. He originally thought that Supreme Points Halo was only valid for points in various large-scale events. Unexpectedly, it is also effective for kill value. Just 2 short minutes, his kill value has reached an extremely terrifying number. At the same time, Qin Feng's activity points naturally skyrocketed. Killing players will rob them of all their points. Although the points of the players are not many, after the increase of the halo, it is still very good. I don't know, if I die and take revenge, can the points trigger the halo repeatedly? With a murmur, Qin Feng also shook his head. Although you can get stuck in that way, repeatedly brushing activity points. But it's not necessary, except for the points. If he dies, he will lose resources and lose levels, but the gains outweigh the losses. And as his kill value skyrocketed, he even got an epic title directly. He also opened the title bar to check. Murder is Alive. Description: a title that can only be obtained by those who have a mind to kill. Grade 1. Rank: Epic. Type: Title. Effect: for player troops, damage plus 50%. This title, still very good. For all players' troops, the damage value is directly increased by half. And there are no restrictions in the description of the title, that is to say, whether it is a future arena or a special mode, it can be triggered. In the game mechanism of war, the title is more similar to an achievement system. Once obtained, the attribute can be permanently activated without wearing it. It can be said that this bonus is permanent. Right now. Ding dong, your troops killed the player Xiao Gapi and you plundered all the player's activity points, a total of 20 points. Ding dong, you triggered that Supreme Integral Halo LV8000. Quote. Seeing this system prompt, Qin Feng was also taken aback. And the people of the Dragon Kingdom. Qin Feng turned on the random killing mode. As long as it was the player's army, no matter what country it was, it would attack directly. He also quickly stopped the troops temporarily, and then saw Zhao Xiaoshui standing alone. At this time, her beautiful eyes were full of shock, and her slender body was enveloped by a holy and dazzling light. And beside her, there are all kinds of corpses densely packed. Obviously it is the troops of the players in the guild. Qin Feng also understood instantly. I got a wave of indiscriminate AoE down. Directly killed the troops of the players in the vertical and horizontal guilds. And Zhao Xiaoshui should have used some invincible skill. Otherwise, you won't survive at all. He scratched his face, ignored her directly, and walked straight towards the seal point several hundred meters away. In such a large-scale world event, the international practice is not to do anything to the people of one's own country. He was also too lazy to be honest with Zhao Xiaoshui. She doesn't have many points anyway. Zhao Xiaoshui on the side. Instantly, her little head was full of question marks. This man, kill all the troops of your own guild. If it wasn't for her gold-level equipment and 8 seconds of invincibility, she would have turned into a corpse. And, even worse, this man, to ignore her. She also stomped her feet, took a deep breath, and stopped directly in front of Qin Feng. Tyrant, stop. Qin Feng frowned slightly, turned around and looked at her. Is something wrong? Quote. Zhao Xiaoshui choked for a moment. What's the matter? You killed everyone in my guild, do you think I'm okay? She was also flustered with anger. However, as a good baby, she still remembers her grandfather's words. She took a deep breath and said, "Tyrant, let's join forces." Qin Feng was also taken aback. What? Did he hear it right? Qin Feng also doesn't know. This Zhao Xiaoshui looks very beautiful, with fine skin and tender face. Why are you so thick-skinned? At this time, Zhao Xiaoshui did not have a single soldier. A bear commander. Cooperation. Or you just a pastor? How much blood can you milk? Qin Feng is now automatically recovering 7-digit HP in 1 second, do you need her? Thinking of this, Qin Feng also refused directly. No need, I can handle it myself. Quote. Zhao Xiaoshui's star eyes widened again. Her pink fists clacked. You straight guy. She is the school girl of no. 4 middle school, not to mention actively wanting to form a team with a male. Which of the various geniuses on weekdays is not lining up to ask her out? However, she has a very arrogant personality, but she has never agreed to it once. She also gritted her silver teeth and said, as long as you team up with me to do the task, I will give you gold level equipment, millions of supplies, intermediate arms, and potions. Medicine. When it comes to medicine, Qin Feng is interested. He nodded and said, what medicine? Quote. Zhao Xiaoshui was stunned again. This man, has the attitude changed too fast? He had ignored her before. Now take the initiative to ask the properties of the medicine. Is it her charm of Zhao Xiaoshui? How about a bottle of medicine? If you know the question in Zhao Xiaoshui's little head, Qin Feng will give her an answer soon. What's the point of asking? The potion can extract the aura, and it can also trigger the amplification system. Very powerful. Okay, even the most rubbish potions can have terrifying effects here. What can you do, please? Thinking of this, Qin Feng also thought about it carefully. Zhao Xiaoshui, it seems that apart from being pretty, it's really useless. It's just a vase. With her, I'm really afraid that she will be dragged back. Forget it, the vase is just a vase, it is a beautiful vase anyway, very eye-catching. At this time, Zhao Xiaoshui also handed out a bottle of medicine with a pretty face and coldness. She said very reluctantly, I received this from other players at a high price of 40 dragon coins. He opened a gold-level treasure chest. Qin Feng also nodded and took it directly. This is a strange potion contained in a golden glass bottle. He checked the properties of the potion. Magic potion. Description. The magical potion issued directly by the will of the heavens does not exist in the alchemy system. After use, it can increase the number of loot obtained. Grade. Gold. Grade 1. Effect. Within 1 hour, the amount of loot obtained plus 100% extractable. Oh, Qin Feng's eyes also lit up. Is it this medicine? Magic potion. As the name suggests, the effect is amazing. The description of the potion also made it very clear that this potion can only be issued directly by the will of the heavens, and there is no other way to obtain it. Even the most powerful alchemist in the entire universe could not analyze its composition at all. And this medicine is very popular in the black market. Almost as soon as it appeared, it was swept away by major forces and businessmen. The effect is simple and rude, directly doubling the amount of monster drops. Especially for some teams that specialize in gold mining, as long as they take this medicine, the speed of gold mining can be described as flying. If it was extracted, what would be the effect? At this time, Qin Feng did not hesitate, and immediately started to extract. Ding dong, you used the SSS level skill Aura Extraction and successfully extracted the low-level Harvest Halo LV1 from the Magic Potion Gold level. Ding dong, you have successfully triggered a 2000-fold increase and obtained the Halo Advanced Harvest Halo LV2000. Advanced Harvest Halo LV2000. Description. A halo that is too powerful, even the goddess of wealth will salivate, and if you play like this, it's better to grab it directly. Level 2000. Effect. When the loot is obtained, the increase is 2000 times. Current status. Closed. This. Seeing the effect of this halo, Rao Qinfeng was also shocked. This wave, his luck can only be said to be average, only increased by 2000 times. But, the effect is very outrageous. The loot dropped by the monster directly increased by 2,000 times. For 1 gold coin, Qin Feng can get 2,000. For a bottle of medicine, Qin Feng can get 2,000 bottles. For 1 piece of equipment, Qin Feng can get 2,000 pieces. The most outrageous is, there are no restrictions. In other words, the boss dropped an artifact. As long as Qin Feng touches the corpse, he can get 2,000 pieces directly. Thinking of this, Qin Feng also took a deep breath. It's too strong, isn't it? In the future, Qin Feng will be able to get rich directly by killing a boss. Even if it is gold-level equipment, when the trading system goes online, 1 piece can be sold for hundreds of thousands of dragon coins. 2,000 pieces. It is directly hundreds of millions of dragon coins. And, war in this game, many equipment and items are unique. Thinking of this, Qin Feng couldn't help but want to try it. Do not know, can this halo break the limitations of the system? Closing the panel of the halo, Qin Feng looked at Zhao Xiaoshui in front of him. This halo, he was quite satisfied, but this is all due to the halo system, and it has nothing to do with the school flower in front of him. He thought about it for a moment, and then handed the potion to her. Zhao Xiaoshui blinked in confusion. Is this going to be returned to her? There was also a burst of joy in her heart. It seems her charm is still there. Tyrant, finally appreciate her charm. At this time, Qin Feng's words also came. How much did you buy it? Just give me more money, I don't need this bottle of medicine. Zhao Xiaoshui's beautiful cheeks froze instantly under the mask. She didn't respond for a while. And Qin Feng sighed. Naturally, it's a matter of course. Now that he has a halo, this bottle of medicine is of no use to him at all. And, didn't Zhao Xiaoshui already give him this bottle of medicine? In his opinion, this is the reward for taking her to play. That being the case, it was a good deal to sell it to her at the original price. Now, with the opening of large-scale world events, this potion will be even more valuable. Zhao Xiaoshui also stomped her feet angrily. I don't want it. Qin Feng also sighed. That's a pity, if you want to come to other guilds, there will be intentions. Zhao Xiaoshui was full of anger and fluctuated. If it weren't for the absence of high blood pressure, she really felt that her blood vessels would burst directly. This man, too shameless, right, this bottle of potion, is still very strong, especially when some rare items are exposed. For example, building a gang order, there is not a guild in the current novice map. These big families also have numerous sub-guilds. The competition for guild tokens will still cause a great upsurge. Think of these. She also had a pretty face, and directly threw 40W gold coins over. Qin Feng naturally took it without hesitation. Dragon coins, he naturally doesn't want them at the moment. That will be found by the Human Alliance along the network cable. Gold coin transactions, they don't have the right to trace the source. And the exchange ratio of gold coins and dragon coins is at least 1 to 2. In other words, Qin Feng directly earned 800,000 rich women in this wave. Although he has the advanced harvest halo, it is not too simple for him to earn gold coins. However, it doesn't matter how much money you have, you should not be less than a penny. He waved his hand and said, let's go, let's attack the boss. Humph. Zhao Xiaoshui angrily kicked a small pebble, but still followed Qin Feng's troops obediently. At the same time, report, the tyrant is at the 3rd seal point. Fake, our people were all killed by him. Be cautious. Countries have suffered heavy losses. Our 7A level geniuses were immediately swept away. It is preliminarily speculated that the tyrant's talent is above the S level. The news of Qin Feng's actions against the coalition forces of various countries immediately appeared on the information network of Beautiful Country. Adam and Eve's eyes were cold. Soon, a series of orders were issued. Everyone, go to the 3rd seal point for me. If you are still alive, give it to me. The tyrant has joined forces with Zonggang. If we don't stop it, this year's Longguo students will take off. A time. Countless players have teamed up one after another, and immediately gave up the task of spawning monsters and came to the number 3 seal point. Kill the tyrant. Dog use tyrant. We were killed by him a lot of troops. At least we can't let the tyrant continue to do the task. Let's go grab the boss. Why is the tyrant and Zhao Xiaoshui together? Aren't they hostile? Wu, Xiaoshui, my Xiaoshui. Quote. And Qin Feng didn't bother to care about the player's actions. At this time, he had brought Zhao Xiaoshui to a place before the seal. Countless crimson fire elements were wandering around. Qin Feng threw it away with a reconnaissance technique. Crimson variation element. Explanation. The fire element from the depths of the plane of fire has been in contact with the core of fire all the year round, and the fire attribute energy in the body has mutated. Grade. 9th grade. Level. 70. Health. 140 W. Skills. Elemental body, crimson flame, intermediate physical immunity, flame rain. The method of the second stage of the public task is very simple. Just need to kill the monster, explode 1,000 pieces of sealing magic stone and then submit it. Of course, the explosion rate of seal magic stone is naturally extremely low. For $1,000, I am afraid it will take a long time for the entire server to explode. At this time, Zhao Xiaoshui also saw the attributes of the monster. Her beautiful eyes narrowed slightly. A 9th order monster at level 70. There are also 2 pieces of equipment in the equipment slot. The number is even more terrifying, densely packed, at least several hundred million. Such a group of monsters, at this stage, it is not easy to deal with. She then said, the monsters here are too strong, I suggest that you should gather with the Dragon Country's troops before starting. Quote. Her words, Qin Feng naturally ignored it. Also the Dragon Kingdom, what rubbish. He was too lazy to pay attention to her at all, and let the troops do it directly. Immediately, shish, countless arrows burst out of the air, and then suddenly exploded in the monster group. Boom, boom, . A violent explosion suddenly appeared, shaking the entire underground space. At the same time, countless terrifying numbers emerged from the heads of the Crimson Elemental group. -8.4 W, 84,500. -8.4 W. -8.4 W. The terrifying damage value directly emptied the blood bars of the crimson elements, and the sound of the system suddenly sounded. Ding dong, your troops killed. At this time, Zhao Xiaoshui on the side, had opened her pink mouth wide. She is now in a team with Qin Feng, and she can see the damage done by Qin Feng. Nima, what AoE capability is this? Looking at the dense numbers of injuries on the screen, Zhao Xiaoshui's scalp was also numb. No wonder it was able to instantly kill hundreds of millions of coalition forces from various countries. This damage ability and the damage numbers are almost filling the screen. But, she didn't have a single soldier at this time. Qin Feng killed monsters, and she didn't gain anything at all. And Qin Feng, of course, didn't bother to care about the schoolgirl beside him. At this time, he was picking up the corpse on the ground. Ding dong, you got the loot, seal magic stone, *2. Ding dong, you triggered the Advanced Harvest Halo LV2000 and got the loot, seal magic stone, *4000. Cool, even Qin Feng felt a sense of relief when he heard the sound of the system in his ear. This 2,000-fold increase is too cool, right? After the increase of the halo, Qin Feng has now directly obtained a full 4,000 yuan, and he can directly crack all 4 seals. In the previous life, he vomited in order to brush quest items. Now, I just felt relieved for a while. On the other hand, Zhao Xiaoshui was also silently collecting mission items. Qin Feng at least killed tens of millions of monsters in this wave, but it took a while to pick up corpses. Qin Feng glanced at her and said, no need to collect. Zhao Xiaoshui was very vigilant. Why? She also narrowed her eyes slightly. This quest, but a public quest, requires players from all over the world to collect seal magic stone. In her expectation, each seal could be finished within 24 hours. And the rewards of public tasks will naturally be distributed according to the contribution value. Is this man so stingy? Don't even let her touch the corpse. Her heart was also filled with grievances. She didn't intend to grab Qin Feng's quest items. But thinking about 2 people picking up things together, the efficiency will be higher. She said angrily, don't think too much, I won't grab your quest item, if I touch it, I will give it to you. Qin Feng was also stunned for a while. Don't he think too much? Who the hell thinks about it? This Zhao Xiaoshui. Really a brain supplement master. He didn't say anything, and she made up a lot of plots on her own. He explained, I mean, enough has been collected. Zhao Xiaoshui. She was also taken aback. Are you all set? Just kidding. You know, the explosion rate of quest items is very low. According to her estimation, among the monsters Qin Feng killed in seconds, there were at most 50 monsters. To unlock a seal point, but it takes 1,000. But before she could think about it, Qin Feng had already run to the seal in the blink of an eye, and then the rumbling world announcement sounded. Ding dong, world announcement. With the joint efforts of the players, the third seal node has been successfully broken. Ding dong, world announcement. There has been new progress in the current second phase of public activities, and all players' troops have a plus 5% damage value. Please make persistent efforts. Quote. Under the world announcement, the players were naturally taken aback. One by one they looked at each other in dismay, and then they became extremely unhappy. I wipe. The third seal node has been unlocked. The tyrant did it. I got the news that the tyrant and Zhao Xiaoshui are in that position. Kill it. The tyrant, grab the school flower. How did the tyrant complete the mission so quickly? Other countries have also occupied a seal point, and there are not many mission items that can be exploded. Quote. On Qin Feng's side, Zhao Xiaoshui beside him also widened his eyes. Is it really done? But how did he do that? Qin Feng. Naturally, he didn't bother to explain to her. He was looking at the seal that was being undone in front of him, and as the seal was broken, an extremely terrifying hot breath was immediately released. Next moment, a slender flame figure with a fiery red body suddenly appeared. Qin Feng lost a reconnaissance technique. High Priest of Fire. Explanation. Once a member of the Royal Mage Corps of the Arcane Empire, he was later spotted by the fire goddess and became her priest, proficient in all kinds of fire magic. Level 100. Rank Epic. Attack, Life Value, Defense, Skills, Advanced Fire Resistance, Advanced Fire Knowledge, Pyroblast, Flame Gate, Vacuum Fire C. Chapter 51. Epic Level Boss. The level is not low, it can be said to be quite powerful. At this time, the Priest of Fire was also staring at Qin Feng, angrily saying, Human, why did you kill the goddess envoy? Quote. The words fall. Zhao Xiaoshui was also surprised. I was in a hurry to complete public tasks before, how could I forget about this? Divine Profound Level is always a level that Blue Star cannot reach. Offending one person may bring Blue Star to death, and it will never be recovered. And this time, Qin Feng scratched his ears. He said directly, the reason is very simple, who made it so arrogant? A rubbish angel, without strength, why does he look aloof? Quote. After some words, even the Priest of Fire was stunned. This human, so arrogant. The Priest of Fire was completely angry. Human, I thank you for breaking the seal and saving me, but the act of blasphemy against the goddess is absolutely intolerable. It seems that you must be shown the power of the goddess. Quote. The sound fell. She also gave a coquettish shout, and suddenly, a tall, slender, fiery red figure appeared behind her. At the same time, a series of system voices rang in Qin Feng's ears. Ding dong, your behavior has completely angered the fire priest and she is about to attack your troops. Ding dong, your actions have been regarded as declaring war on goddess of flame. Quote. The system sound fell. The most ignorant is naturally Zhao Xiaoshui. In her ear, the same voice sounded. In her heart, 10,000 grass and mud horses crashed through. Nima, why are you declaring war with the fire goddess? What are you taking me for? And this time, the Priest of Fire has already started to do it in an instant. The endless flames are like a raging sea of fire, instantly filling the entire space. Ding dong, the Priestess of Fire released the skill, Divine Art, Vacuum Sea of Fire. This skill is extremely dangerous, please be careful. Quote. The system sound fell. A slow progress bar appeared on her head. Obviously reading the article, Qin Feng's eyes also lit up. The Priestess of Fire, as a royal mage who used to be an arcane empire, he naturally won't only be able to use fire magic. He was ready to hang back. Anyway, I have too many things on my body, so I just went back and counted it, and by the way, I recruited some super arms. But didn't expect. Are these girls so stupid? Did you start reading? And, it's still a fire-based skill. He also sneered, and countless troops immediately started. Next moment, shish, the arrow slid through the air and landed accurately on the flame priest's head. Her movements also stopped, as if she was startled by the jump damage number. This damage number is indeed a bit ridiculously high. You know, she is wearing a whole set of epic equipment. The defense value is absurdly high, even a 10th level superclass is only able to break the defense. This man, why does hitting her hurt so much? She also quickly began to read the article. As long as the skills are read, it is completely over. Time passed by minute by minute. The progress bar on her head is indeed advancing, but at the same time, her health bar is slowly decreasing. As if in a race. 10 seconds later, the priestess's health bar was stuck at about 10%, but the progress bar on her head was finally completed. Ended. Human, pay the price for your arrogance. Quote. The words fall. Boom, boom, boom. The terrifying flames instantly swept the entire space, and the originally dark underground space was illuminated as bright as day. Then, plus 99999, plus 99999, plus 99999, ... Countless green numbers popped up. Qin Feng also took a deep breath and hurriedly asked the troops to focus fire quickly. The arrow still slammed into the forehead of the priest of fire. How is this possible? The eyes of the priest of fire instantly widened. She also couldn't understand. What she launched was a divine technique. Divine arts, even the crowned arms, are irresistible, okay. She hadn't had time to think about it yet. Then, the blood bar has bottomed out gloriously. At the same time, the rumbling world announcement suddenly sounded. Ding dong, world announcement. Dragon Country player Tyrant successfully defeated Fire Priest Epic Boss. Ding dong, world announcement. Warning. The third seal node has lost all functions, and the current map Scorched Earth buff level has been increased by 3. Quote. Ding dong, world announcement. Goddess of Flame has withdrawn all tasks, and players who accept the tasks will be forced to terminate. Ding dong, world announcement. The current second stage of the public mission, Saving the Sealed Priestess, has been terminated. Players are requested to find a way to continue the activity. Ding dong, world announcement. Goddess of Flame has closed the access to the Secret Realm and the Novice map, and all players are temporarily unable to enter and leave the event map. Quote. The rumbling world announcement fell, and the players were all stunned. I wipe. Tyrant. Too fierce. Is this person sick, killing such an important NPC? Now all the activity tasks on the server are stuck. Nima, this tyrant is such a fool. It's over, the Scorched Earth level limit has been stacked to level 3, how does Nima play? Wah, Lao Su's mission is just about to be completed, and now I just interrupt it. It's all in vain, tyrant, you thief. Quote. The players naturally wailed. Qin Feng's wave of operations directly made the large-scale event stuck. Moreover, not only public tasks, but also countless players have received various tasks. Some are even halfway through and almost done. It was all interrupted instantly, and it was all done in vain. Although this large-scale world event is only open to human beings, it is very shameful that it cannot be completed. In the past, every time a large-scale world event, players would gain something more or less. But now, it's just a Scorched Earth level, and it's a problem for them to survive. And, Goddess of Flame just shut down all the teleportation channels. Players going out is a problem. Hard to do. Just die. And Qin Feng, he didn't bother to care what the players thought. At this moment, he was looking at the Priestess of Fire lying on the ground, frowning slightly. This priestess, can't kill it. It seems to have some special equipment. He glanced at her status bar. The Priestess of Fire in a coma. The priestess's HP is fixed to 0.1%, and she is already in a coma. It is precisely because he didn't die that he didn't get the kill reward at all, and he didn't get experience points and points. Although she didn't die, all kinds of colorful loot burst out from under her body. Qin Feng naturally picked them all up. Immediately. Ding dong, you triggered the Advanced Harvest Aura LV-2000 and got the Crimson Mask Epic *2000. Ding dong, you triggered the Advanced Harvest Aura LV-2000 and obtained the Fire Origin Fruit *2000. Ding dong, you triggered the Advanced Harvest Halo LV-2000 and got the Flaming Stone *2000. Quote. This wave of picking up corpses directly triggered the Advanced Harvest Halo LV-2000. All the spoils are 2,000 pieces. Qin Feng felt a sense of relief in his heart. He opened the backpack to check. The first is a fiery red mask, the whole body is fiery red, and the intricate and exquisite patterns are carved on it. He is also checking the attributes of this mask. Open black lens bracket crimson mask close black lens bracket. Description. The mask from the Church of Flames, which contains part of the divine power of the Goddess of Flame, is rumored to be directly made of flames. Only high-level members of the church are eligible to equip it. Rank. Epic. Grade 1. Type. Arms equipment. Attributes. 1. Fire damage plus 20%. 2. Flame of Domination. Each attack will reduce the enemy's fire resistance by 1%, stacking up to -300%. 3. Fire Source Devouring. This equipment is made of flames, and it is said that it can grow infinitely. After swallowing another piece of crimson equipment, the attributes may be improved. Oh, this epic military equipment is still good. It directly increases the fire damage by 20%. Of course, for Qin Feng, this factor is not enough. And the effect of Flame of Domination is still good. You know, arms equipment is valid for all arms units. When a unit attacks, the opponent's fire resistance will decrease by 1%. If 300 units attack at the same time, the effect will be directly full, and the opponent's fire resistance will directly drop to -300%. -300% fire resistance. It means that in addition to the original damage, the opponent also takes 300% of the fire damage. In other words, the original 10 points of damage will directly become 40 points. This improvement is great, and what Qin Feng cares about most is naturally the last skill. This equipment, can it devour evolution? As long as you devour another piece of crimson equipment, you can increase the attribute. And the crimson equipment, only the Church of Flames can drop out, and it is completely made of special flames. Such equipment is quite rare, at least not many in the market. Even if ordinary people get it, there is no way to swallow many pieces. Not to mention the so-called infinite growth. But, for Qin Feng, it is not a problem. He now has a full 2,000 pieces in his backpack. Thinking of this, Qin Feng didn't say much nonsense and started to swallow it directly. Ding dong, your Crimson Mask Epic is about to devour Crimson Mask Epic, are you sure? Ding dong, tip, Crimson Mask Epic is relatively rare, please confirm your operation. Confirm. With the press of the confirmation button, a dazzling fire suddenly erupted from the crimson mask in Qin Feng's hand. The next moment, he devoured another crimson mask. At the same time, the sound of the system sounded. Ding dong, devouring success. Your Crimson Mask Epic has a new change. Qin Feng also opened the attribute bar of the equipment to check. After a second, Nima, Qin Feng's mouth twitched. After swallowing a robe that is also epic, there is not much improvement in attributes at all, and it only increases the damage of fire attribute by 0.1%. It's so stupid, the epic level swallows the epic level, and it grows just like this. But, Qin Feng is not at all distressed. Anyway, he has 2,000 pieces, and the rest are useless for the time being. He also murmured, one piece doesn't work, then, what about 100 pieces? 1,000 pieces, even 10,000 pieces. Thinking of this, Qin Feng's eyes also flashed a sharp light, and he started to devour frantically. The whole map of the dazzling firelight is a burst of brightness. Ding dong, your Crimson Mask Epic successfully swallowed Crimson Mask Epic and the attributes have a new change. Ding dong, your Crimson Mask Epic successfully swallowed Crimson Mask Epic and the attributes have a new change. Ding dong. Quote. Ding dong, your Crimson Mask rank has increased, and it is currently the first rank of legend. Finally, after swallowing a full 100 pieces, the rank of the Crimson Mask finally broke through to the legendary rank. But Qin Feng was too lazy to check the new attributes, and continued to devour. Ding dong, your Crimson Mask Legend Level 1 successfully swallowed Crimson Mask Epic and the attributes have changed. Quote. Ding dong, your Crimson Mask rank has increased, and it is currently the second rank legend. Ding dong, your Crimson Mask rank has increased, and it is currently the third rank of legend. Quote. Ding dong, devouring success. Your Crimson Mask rank has been raised to the rank of God Zan Yi. Hint: if your Crimson Mask continues to devour epic equipment, it will not be able to improve any attributes. If you want to continue to evolve, please devour higher grade Crimson equipment. After swallowing a full 1,800 epic Crimson Masks, Qin Feng's movements finally stopped. Devouring has reached the end, and if you want to go further, you need to devour higher grade equipment. The remaining 200 pieces, although a few legendary pieces can be combined, but the number is too small, the effect is not great. But, divine level equipment. Qin Feng's heart was also hot. The inflammation core that I got before is really too stupid, but this piece of equipment can be used after all, right? He also quickly opened the backpack. In the backpack, lying quietly was a mask that released a terrifying and hot breath. Qin Feng is also checking its properties. Open black lens bracket Crimson Mask Shenzhen grade close black lens bracket. Description: it was originally an epic mask made by the goddess of flame, but after swallowing a lot of Crimson equipment, it successfully evolved into Shenshuan level equipment. Rank: God Zan Yi. Grade 1. Type: Arms equipment. Requirements for use: Arms fire resistance greater than 80%. Attributes: 1. Arms fire damage plus 300%. 2. Flame of Domination. Each attack will reduce the enemy's fire resistance by 3%, stacking up to minus 2000%. 3. Gaze of Flames. Divine skill, active skill. Inflicts fire damage equal to ATK 2000 to up to 100 enemies, and applies burning LV 100 to each enemy until death. This buff can only be dispelled by divine spells. Consumption: 1000 troops 1 divine power. Cooldown: 5 minutes. Tip: this skill is a divine skill, ignoring any non-divine skills, props, and states. 4. Fire Source Devouring. This equipment is made of flames, and it is said that it can grow infinitely. After swallowing another piece of Crimson equipment, the attributes may be improved. Quote exclamation mark exclamation mark exclamation mark quote. As expected of a god-level equipment, Qin Feng's eyelids were also beating. The attributes of this piece of equipment are absolutely exaggerated. The first is the bonus to the damage value of the troops, which is directly increased by 300%. This value is already exaggerated, not to mention, there is a second skill. Directly reduce the enemy's fire resistance to minus 2000%. This means that the fire attribute damage value of the opponent is much more painful than the real damage, which is directly increased by 20 times. And the third skill, that shocked Qin Feng. Divine skill. As the name suggests, it takes divine power to release. And divine power, simply not too expensive. In the market of the universe, things like divine power are usually not open to ordinary races, if you insist on buying it. 1 unit of divine power would probably require hundreds of billions of gold coins. When this skill is released against 1000 troops, it will consume 1 divine power. If it is to release a 100,000 scale army, it will require a full 100 divine power at once. This is probably an astronomical figure for the human race. And the effect of the skill is also worthy of this consumption. Persistent burning buff. Rao is Qin Feng, and he also sucked in a breath of cold air. This skill, powerful, but also extremely disgusting. Burning, the effect of the buff is very simple, it takes a certain amount of fire damage per second. Level 1 burning can burn about 20 points per second. And level 100, Qin Feng has not seen it before. But the initial estimate is also 5 figures. The damage may not be particularly high, but the duration is permanent. This means that the troops will lose blood permanently until they die. Even if there is a healing unit that can restore blood, even if there is any skill to avoid damage, it is useless. What's even more outrageous is that this buff is a divine power skill. To dispel it, it must be a skill of the same divine power level. For human beings, that would be a fantasy. It is a pity that Qin Feng has no divine power now, so naturally he cannot release it. At this time, Qin Feng also instantly put this equipment into the equipment slot of the wind speed shooter. Suddenly, a flaming red mask appeared on the heads of all the wind speed shooters. Qin Feng nodded with satisfaction, then looked at another trophy. Open black lens bracket fire source fruit close black lens bracket. Description: the fire goddess is a unique item issued by senior priests. It is connected to her natal fire. After using it, you can share life with the fire goddess. Grade 1. Rank: God Zan Yi. Effect: after use, share up to 0.01% HP with Goddess of Fire can be stacked. Seeing this item, Qin Feng's eyelids also jumped. The special consumables of the Shenshuan level are unfortunately not medicines, so Qin Feng cannot extract the aura. And the attributes are also extremely special. Can you share health directly with the Goddess of Fire? This mechanism is very special. Originally, if there was only one piece, it would only share 0.01% of the HP with the Fire Goddess. But Qin Feng has 2,000 yuan. Directly shared 20% of life value. As a Shenshuan level powerhouse, although the Goddess of Flame is a weak chicken in the Shenshuan level, how terrifying her health is. Qin Feng is also unimaginable. At least, there is 0.01% shared life value, which is absolutely invincible in the current secret realm. Thinking of this, Qin Feng also took a deep breath. Killing a priest will cost 2,000 yuan. This priest is still relatively weak. If it is the strongest priest, can it burst out more? If he can scrape together 10,000, directly share all health with Fire Goddess. Thinking of this, Qin Feng's breath was also stagnant, and his eyes flashed with extremely dangerous light. Qin Feng did not use Fire Origin Fruit for the time being, but threw it into his backpack. In the end, in the backpack lay countless round stones emitting flaming flames. Qin Feng is also checking their properties. Open black lens bracket fire stone close black lens bracket. Description: high-level materials, only rare materials that can be produced by the burning heart of flames in the plane of fire all the year round, are necessary to create high-level fire attribute equipment. Grade 1. Rank: Epic. Looking at the pile of stones stacked in the backpack, Qin Feng also thought it was pretty good. Epic level materials are still very rare. Generally speaking, one piece can be sold for more than 100,000 dragon coins. 2,000 yuan, it's more than 200 million directly. However, Qin Feng has no deputy position now, so these materials are still useless. He closed the backpack and pondered. He also made up his mind quickly. It's better to kill the remaining priestesses first. If you can explode more flame equipment, you can devour a few more artifacts. Then, completely break the seal. The public task of the second stage is to break the 4 seal nodes. Among these seals are the priests of the Church of Flames. The purpose of rescuing these priests is precisely for the third stage of the public task, strengthening the seal. But Qin Feng has completely torn his face with the fire goddess, and now he is in a proper hostile state. Then, of course, he will come in the opposite direction. Strengthen the seal. I will destroy it directly. He was also curious as to what kind of monster this monarch of flames actually required the goddess of flame to seal. Thinking of this, Qin Feng did not hesitate, waved his hand and said, "Let's go to the next seal point." A chill. Naturally, there is no response in the space. Qin Feng also blinked. What about this little girl, Zhao Xiaoshui? He looked around, and where she was, suddenly turned into a cross with a grave forehead. Qin Feng scratched his face. The attack of the priestess before was completely a map cannon. The flame is like a raging tide, and it is impossible to escape. With Zhao Xiaoshui's current trash attributes, naturally, he couldn't die any longer. But, next moment, brush, a wholly pure white light descended from the sky. Zhao Xiaoshui's slender and perfect body suddenly appeared in front of the tomb. In her slender hands, she was holding a cross that had lost its light. At this time, Zhao Xiaoshui's face flushed with anger. In her hand is an epic prop. After death, it can be resurrected with full blood and blue in place. Of course, it's also a one-time thing. Such a life-saving item. She naturally received it from the players at a high price. But being used like this, she was also very angry. She stared at Qin Feng angrily. This man, isn't there a gentleman's degree? And he actually took her to declare war with the goddess of flames. This is to make the Zonggang Guild fall into one of the 8 major guilds of the Dragon Country. She was about to greet Qin Feng, but Qin Feng took out a red mask from her backpack. He threw a crimson mask to her. Zhao Xiaoshui hurriedly took it, and then checked the attributes. Her eyes widened. Give it to me. Epic gear. For players who have opened the server for less than 3 days, it is still very rare. At least, when the leaderboard function is activated soon, it will definitely be able to be on the equipment leaderboard. What's more, it's still ARM equipment, which can directly improve the attributes of the entire ARM. There will be huge improvements in the following arenas: offensive and defensive battles, and wasteland reclamation. Thinking of this, Zhao Xiaoshui's heart was also slightly calm. It seems Qin Feng is still pretty good, at least he knows how to give his teammates some benefits. Although she died once and lost an epic level item, it was not a loss compared to epic level arms and equipment. At this time, Qin Feng's voice suddenly came. Cross, is there any more? Zhao Xiaoshui was stunned for a moment, and shook her head pitifully. No more. Qin Feng also frowned slightly. Qin Feng still wanted the epic resurrection rack she used before. After all, it is a very strong means of life-saving, and it is very difficult to reveal such a resurrection item. He shook his head regretfully and said, forget it, return my equipment. Zhao Xiaoshui was naturally full of question marks. This tyrant, what do you mean? Didn't he give her this equipment? The equipment that was sent out, do you still have to go back? And Qin Feng frowned slightly when he looked at Zhao Xiaoshui. This woman, isn't she trying to hack his equipment? He threw her the crimson mask, just to change a cross. It is him who suffers by exchanging a piece of epic equipment for a cross. At this stage, she is still making a lot of money. He has already taken good care of her. But, since it's gone, isn't it normal to come back? As for giving her, what are you kidding? Why? Just because she looks good. At this time, Zhao Xiaoshui also had a pretty face, gritted his teeth and said, when you get out of the secret realm, I will give you a cross. Fine. Qin Feng thought about it carefully, and nodded. At this stage, the trading system has not been opened. Whether it is currency exchange or acquisition of equipment and items, it can only be done face to face. If it is a loose person, on the one hand, it is difficult to find a seller, on the other hand, it is a waste of time. But Zhao Xiaoshui obviously has his own network, which can save Qin Feng a lot of time. He didn't say much, and started to move towards the next seal point. The impact of Qin Feng's killing of the Priest of Fire has only just begun. The impact of the Scorched Earth buff on the students instantly increased several times. The blood of the troops should not drop too fast. Those with a lower troop level didn't even dare to step out of the Templar Legion's position, and immediately died as soon as they went out. Even Zhao Xiaoshui, her level has reached level 9, but her health is not slow. Qin Feng was also speechless for a while, but fortunately, this little girl has enough blood medicine on her body, and she is also a priest, so she can restore blood by herself. Otherwise, it will also hang up in minutes. After a few minutes, Qin Feng led the troops all the way to attack. Suddenly, I wipe. This person is a tyrant, kill everyone. Baga. This is the person who raised the level of the Scorched Earth. If we kill him, the goddess of flames will surely forgive us. If you kill the tyrant, this person is definitely a genius of the Dragon Kingdom. If you don't kill it, you will have endless troubles. Kill it. Everyone looks at the standings, it's absolutely dead, killing him will earn hundreds of billions of points. The distance between the two seal points is not close to each other. Qin Feng naturally encountered a large number of players. Seeing Qin Feng's blood-red name, they immediately surrounded him with the troops. Then, boom, boom, Behind Qin Feng, Zhao Xiaoshui also opened her mouth slightly. Although she had seen it before, she still felt a tingling in her scalp when she saw the dense number of injuries. And, why are the damage numbers so high? This man is getting stronger too fast, right? She also photographed her well-developed hills, but fortunately, she did not become an enemy with him. The large group of students did not affect Qin Feng's pace at all. Soon, he came to the second seal point. Outside the seal point, countless students are looking at the seal point blankly. Qin Feng knocked out the priest of fire, which caused the public quest to break directly, making it impossible to continue the quest at all. Up to now, quest items don't drop at all. Even if I get it all together, there is nowhere to submit it. How to play this? Qin Feng also narrowed his eyes slightly. Before the seal point, it was very noisy. Looking at their ids, there are at least the country of sticks, the country of cherry blossoms, the country of Turkey, the country of beauty. Such a public task, each country will naturally go all out. Outside the seal point, Qin Feng saw a group of Dragon Kingdom players. The troops were quite large, but it was obvious that the Dragon Kingdom students were excluded from the seal point by other countries. Among the crowded heads, a blue figure stood out. Her ID was written in 2 big characters, open black lens bracket mu u close black lens bracket. ... Qin Feng also blinked. This ID, he is still very familiar. Zhao Xiaoshui also exclaimed, Lin Liangyu. Qin Feng nodded. Although wearing a mask, this ID has long been an open secret. The little princess of the Lin family is also one of the 8 great families of the Dragon Kingdom. The Lin family, the older generation of the family, used to have a good relationship with the goddess of moonlight, and the family could use the power of moonlight for generations. It's quite powerful. And Lin Liangyu, in Qin Feng's memory, he was also an S-level talent, and later he was favored by the daughter of the god of war. Under the blessing of the power of the 2 goddesses, her strength also skyrocketed. Later, in the Longguo freshman list, the ranking was very high. It even steadily pressed Zhao Xiaoshui's head. Certainly. Now, in front of Qin Feng, she is as weak as an ant. And Lin Liangyu, as one of the 8 great families of the Dragon Kingdom, naturally serves as the commander of the Dragon Kingdom at this seal point. The appearance of Qin Feng quickly attracted the attention of countless people. Lin Liangyu was also slightly surprised. Tyrant. Zhao Xiaoshui. She frowned suddenly. The current Qin Feng. But has committed a major taboo, and is the target of the entire human alliance. As one of the 8 great families of the Dragon Kingdom, the Lin family also hated Qin Feng at this time. He alone has put the entire Dragon Kingdom in a very dangerous situation, and may even be attacked by the Human Federation. And Lin Liangyu also had a sense of justice. Her tone was extremely cold. Tyrant, why did you anger the goddess of flames? This is forbidden by the Alliance civilization. She snorted coldly and looked at Zhao Xiaoshui again. And you, Xiaoshui, why are you fooling around with him? ... The air became quiet. Qin Feng was naturally too lazy to pay attention to her. Who do you think you are? Why answer you? Zhao Xiaoshui and Lin Liangyu, as the direct line of the 2 families, naturally know each other, and their relationship is not bad. She was about to say something. Immediately, countless arrows burst out. Shish. The students were still in a state of bewilderment, and Qin Feng immediately started an indiscriminate attack. The first to bear the brunt is naturally Lin Liangyu. She also widened her eyes, unable to believe that Qin Feng dared to attack her directly. This man, too crazy, right? She also snorted, and the long sword in her hand burst out with a cold light, like the coolest moonlight in the dark night. Immediately, the cool moonlight fell from the sky, and the hot temperature in the secret realm seemed to drop a little because of this. A complacent smile appeared on Lin Liangyu's beautiful face under the mask. This is her innate talent. She can use the power of moonlight. And this skill, using the moonlight as a shield, applied a shield of extremely thick blood to all troops. She also sneered. Tyrant, it's so arrogant. Just teach him a lesson by yourself. While she was still immersed in her own fantasy, a violent explosion had enveloped all her troops. Boom, boom, ... A violent explosion fell. Along with bursts of white light, Lin Liangyu's figure slowly revived in the territory. At the same time, the sound of the system also sounded in the ear. Ding dong, you have been killed by the player tyrant. The level is -1, and the activity points are cleared. Quote. Lim Liangyu also blinked her eyes in confusion. What's the situation? What happened? Myself, is this being killed in seconds? Qin Feng's ears were still buzzing with various system prompts. Another large amount of killing value and activity points were recorded. Lim Liangyu may feel good about herself, but in front of Qin Feng, she is no different from those ordinary students. Anyway, it's a direct kill. S-class talent, godly girl. Ha ha, you are a scumbag. A wave of explosion AoE came down, and the whole world was much cleaner. Qin Feng quickly cleared out the Long Kingdom student troops who were watching the play. Those who survived by luck also quickly took the troops to hide away, and did not dare to approach at all. Seeing this scene, the coalition forces of various countries not far away were also taken aback. But soon, they were also mocking. Ha ha ha, is this the Dragon Kingdom? Sure enough, it only engages in internal strife. Longguo is still the same, with 100 points of strength. After the internal consumption is over, it is not bad to be able to exert 10 points of strength. Tyrant, we have issued an ultimatum to you. There are hundreds of billions of troops here. If you know each other, you will feel surrender. Yes, as long as you surrender, we can also consider letting you live. Quote. Listening to their words, Qin Feng also blinked. He really didn't know, how could this group of people be so stupid? Hundreds of billions of troops. Ha ha, but they are all here to give him points. He was too lazy to have more BBs with them, and directly let the troops start attacking. Shish, countless arrows shot out of the sky. The human shield arms of the coalition forces of various countries quickly rose to the top, and many of the students also applied various skills to the arms. The defense is directly full. Then, boom, 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 ... A violent explosion instantly enveloped the entire space. Various sounds of the system suddenly sounded in Qin Feng's ears. Ding dong, you killed player Adam S troops Western Elite Shield Guard Tier 5 *600 and gained 3000 killing points. Ding dong, you killed the players Sakura 5 km Troop Dongying Wuwei Tier 2 *300 and gained 600 killing points. Quote. Ding dong, you triggered that Supreme Integral Halo LV8000 and you got 3200 W killing points. Ding dong, you triggered that Supreme Points Halo LV8000 and you got 12 W event points. Quote. Various sounds of the system kept ringing. Qin Feng was also relieved for a while. These people really sent a lot of warmth. His kill value and points skyrocketed like a rocket. But there seems to be some amazing name mixed into it. Adam, Eve. Qin Feng also scratched his face. These two people seem to be talented students from the beautiful country. In the previous life, every time there was a large-scale event, they would lead the students of the United States to dominate the list. But now, in front of Qin Feng, they can only be ants that were instantly killed. The killing continued. Just when he cleared all the troops, a prompt from the system suddenly sounded. Ding dong, your kill value is extremely high, exceeding 5 trillion points, and the title Killing in the World Epic has evolved into Murderous Spirit Legend. Quote. Oh, Qin Feng was also slightly surprised. Can this title still grow? He also opened the title book to check. Open black lens bracket Murderous Aura Legend close black lens bracket. Explanation. The name of your killing has spread throughout the universe. Grade 1. Rank. Legend. Type. Title. Effect. For player troops, damage plus 100%. The increased damage value can only be said to be OK, PK artifact. But Qin Feng is not in a hurry. How many players did he kill? His kill value is now more than 5 trillion. As time goes by, his kill value will definitely be more terrifying. The one-sided killing lasted less than 10 minutes. The entire ceiling node became extremely empty, and all kinds of bloody corpses were crowded on the ground in piles. Beautiful country. Garden of Eden. Accompanied by bursts of white light, Adam revived in his own territory with a dazed expression. Yourself, is this being smashed? For a while, he was also somewhat unacceptable. In order to deal with Qin Feng, he overdrawn his appeal, contacted countless countries, and formed an army of hundreds of billions. At the same time, he also bought epic props at a high price, just to entrap Qin Feng. Result: he didn't even have the chance to use it. Could it be that the gap between their strengths is so big? For the first time in history, Adam questioned his own strength. At this time, Qin Feng was also waiting for the troops to come to the seal point. The fire goddess temporarily closed all sealing node missions. In other words, there is no way to submit quest items right now. But Qin Feng looked at the crystal-clear red crystal stone pillar in front of him, sneered, waved his hand directly, and the troops suddenly started to attack. -8.4W. 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 Countless arrows slammed into the crystal column. Qin Feng's eyes also brightened. Really, after the arrow was shot, countless terrifying numbers appeared directly. He also smiled. You know, his damage in the event map is real damage. And this seal, no matter what the principle of action is, in the face of real damage, it can still be attacked. Qin Feng no longer hesitated, and directly let the troops start to focus fire. Under the skill effect of Crimson Mask, the fire resistance of the seal kept decreasing, and Qin Feng's damage was getting higher and higher. 5 minutes later, shish, countless arrows are still bounced off by the crystal, however. Click, a glass-shattering sound suddenly came, and then, a long crack appeared in the crystal column in front of him. Boom, accompanied by the sound of falling to the ground, the sound of the system suddenly sounded. Ding dong, world announcement. Second seal node has been forcibly broken, and the seal node is damaged. Quote. The system sound fell, and all the students were dumbfounded again. Can you still play like that? The players at the remaining 2 seal nodes were all bright, and quickly began to command the troops to attack the crystal pillars beside them. Then, miss. Numerous misses appeared, and the students' troops were pitifully low in attack power, and naturally they could not break the defense. In fact, the seal of the Lord of Flame is enough to resist the attack of the legendary powerhouse. But in the face of real damage, it's useless. At this time, with the breaking of the seal, the priestess of fire in the crystal column fell to the ground instantly. -800 billion. Being forced to break the seal, she was also greatly injured, and her blood bar dropped directly to the bottom. Qin Feng was also too lazy to talk nonsense with her, so he let all the troops start focusing on fire. Countless damage numbers popped up on the head of the priestess. Under the pain, she was also stunned for a while. What happened? Haven't you been saved? She couldn't even see Qin Feng's face, and was enveloped by a dazzling explosion of light. As her health bar bottomed out, the rumbling sound of the system sounded again. Ding dong, world announcement. Dragon Country player Tyrant successfully defeated Fire Priest Epic Boss. Ding dong, world announcement. Warning. The second seal node has lost all functions, and the current map Scorched Earth buff level has been increased by 3. Quote. The rumbling system sound fell. The students all over the world were shocked again. Nima, this tyrant, directly destroyed another seal node. WDNMD. This tyrant is really a thief. The Scorched Earth level has risen again. I've also taken it. What is this person thinking? The Scorched Earth level is stacked up. Can you be comfortable yourself? I beg someone to punish him. I don't want to play this bullshit anymore. Who can tell me how to get out? Quote. And Zhao Xiaoshui behind Qin Feng was even a little numb. This man, did it really not hang? Why don't all monsters kill his troops? Even back to the blood. Excuse me, is this not a wall hanging? And Qin Feng, of course, didn't bother to care about Zhao Xiaoshui's mood, and he was picking up the spoils of war from the priestess. Ding dong, you triggered the Advanced Harvest Aura LV2000 and got the Crimson Mask Epic *2000. Ding dong, you triggered the Advanced Harvest Aura LV2000 and obtained the Fire Origin Fruit *2000. Ding dong, you triggered the Advanced Harvest Halo LV2000 and got the Flaming Stone *2000. Ding dong, you triggered the Advanced Harvest Aura LV2000 and obtained the Flame Abyss Spell Scroll Epic *2000. Quote. Still the same equipment, but this time there is an extra spell scroll. The so-called spell scroll is a prop with a certain spell sealed inside. As long as the conditions are met, even if the spell cannot be released, it can be released. Still quite useful. Qin Feng looked at the backpack, and suddenly there were countless fiery red scrolls that released a hot breath. Flame Abyss Spell Scroll Epic. Explanation. Made by the Church of Flames, there are only 100 scrolls of horror that contain flames in the depths of the plane of fire. After use, the surrounding will become a sea of fire. Grade 1. Rank. Epic. Effect. After use, gain Scorched Earth buff LV5 within 5,000 yards for 1 hour. This scroll, Qin Feng feels pretty good, very practical. It was made just for him. Level 5 Scorched Earth buff, the damage value is not very scary. However, you must know that the buff of Scorched Earth will be superimposed. And Qin Feng, after triggering the halo, a full 2,000 volumes were released at one time. In other words, if you use it all at once, you can stack the Scorched Earth buff up to 10,000 layers. What is this concept? Qin Feng just calculated a little and felt that his brain was not enough. The damage value increases exponentially. Thinking of this, Qin Feng also took a deep breath. At that time, whoever is not pleasing to the eye, throws 10 scrolls in the other party's territory, and the other party explodes instantly. I don't know. Can the two priestesses in the back still explode this spell scroll? ... With the release of the second seal point, the Scorched Earth level of the entire map rose again. At this level, as long as it shows up, the blood volume of the students' troops will drop like a large artery has been cut off. Those with a lower level died instantly, with a dazed look on their faces, not knowing how they died. And next to Zhao Xiaoshui. At this time, the blood bar is also a drop in the brush. Thanks to her drinking a bottle of epic level fire resistance potion before entering the secret realm, she increased a lot of fire resistance, otherwise she would have died long ago. Qin Feng said, "Go to the stronghold of the Templar Legion yourself." Zhao Xiaoshui was taken aback. Is this to drive yourself away? She also stomped her feet in anger, but before she had time to say anything, Qin Feng ran away with the troops. Qin Feng started running. Don't go too fast. She clenched her silver teeth. Tyrant, you always abandon me. This man, too rude, isn't it? ... Qin Feng also looked back at Zhao Xiaoshui, who was furious on the spot. This woman is too unreasonable, isn't it? Always give up. The current Scorched Earth level, as long as it is in the event map, is above the 6th floor. Moreover, Qin Feng will then move on to the remaining 2 seals. The level of Scorched Earth will continue to rise. If she doesn't go to the Templar stronghold to purify it, is she waiting to die? Qin Feng also felt that he couldn't understand the woman's brain circuit, so he shook his head and hurried towards the coordinates of the remaining 2 priestesses. After half an hour, boom, boom, with the arrival of the last priest of fire, he fell to the ground. The sound of the system also sounded. Ding dong, world announcement. The 4th seal point has been completely destroyed, the seal of flame has been completely destroyed, and the level of the event map, Scorched Earth, has been increased by 10. ... The rumbling system sound fell. The players in the whole world were stunned. I'm rubbing it. The Scorched Earth level has been directly pulled to level 19, and no one is allowed to live. Yeah, I can't get out of the stronghold of the Templar Legion at all. MD is now full of people, squeezed to death. The buffs in you will come out after you clear the buff, let me in. It's over, I am far from the stronghold of the Templar Legion, what should I do? What else can I do? The level 19 Scorched Earth buff, just wait to die. This tyrant is too ruthless. ... Level 19 Scorched Earth buff, the damage value jumping out per second has reached more than 5 million. Not to mention the students, even the paladins in the Templar Legion were trembling with fear. Without the special purification device bestowed by the Goddess of Light, they would have died directly. Of course, this has no effect on Qin Feng. He wished that the Scorched Earth buff could be stacked higher. At this time, he also opened his backpack and counted his gains. Defeated 3 priestesses and gained a lot. Open black lens bracket deep fire mask epic close black lens bracket asterisk 6000. Open black lens bracket fire source fruit close black lens bracket asterisk 12,000. Open black lens bracket fire stone close black lens bracket asterisk 6000. Flame abyss spell scroll epic asterisk 6000. All other loot is 6,000 pieces. The last female priestess is obviously stronger, and the number of fire origin fruit that burst out is more. As long as he eats it all. Qin Feng can already fully share the life value with her old man, the goddess of flames. And the number of flaming abyss spell scrolls epic has also reached a terrifying level, if you use it all at once. Scorched earth buff stack up to 30,000 layers in minutes. With this number, even Qin Feng took a deep breath. At this time, with the 4 female priestesses in a coma, the sealing node has no effect. The rumbling sound of the system also sounded. Ding dong, world announcement, warning. All the current seal nodes have become ineffective, and the flame prison seal is about to be broken. Ding dong, world notice, warning. Quote. The system sound fell. Qin Feng also rushed over with the troops. He wants to see, what kind of creature is it that needs the 4 senior priests of the fire goddess to seal. As it approached the seal, a fierce hot breath instantly spread to the entire space. Even the air became extremely viscous and hot, as if it was being burned. Next moment, the ground shook for a while, and the rumbling world announcement sounded again. Ding dong, world announcement, warning. The Lord of Flame, Shenzan, has broken the seal. It has a deep hatred for human beings, and is about to launch a 10th level forbidden technique, detonating the entire novice map. Please players, family in time block. Ada. The system sound fell, and a huge skull appeared in the center of everyone's map. And all the students were stunned. Divine profound boss. Let alone as, if such a boss appears, even the entire human race will not be easy to deal with. Last time our blue star appeared a god-level boss, the Federation lost 2 10th-level lords, and finally they were defeated by the goddess of light. Hey, stop it, are you a fool for the will of the heavens? How could we newbies be able to beat such a boss? It's over. After 3 days of development, it's time to completely return to before liberation. What a tyrant. It's the seal he broke. 9. The students were naturally a burst of despair, and even if they developed for another 100 years, they would definitely not be the opponents of the Shenshuan level boss. Now they are shrunk in the positions of the Templar Legion and dare not come out, and they still go to crusade the boss. Dreaming. And Qin Feng also looked at the map in surprise. Divine profound level boss. Even if it's him, it's rare. At this time, Qin Feng has come to the coordinates of the blood-red skull on the map. The first thing that caught my eye was an extremely large and terrifying creature. It is hundreds of meters high, with 2 strange horns growing on its head, and its body emits a terrifyingly hot breath, and even the air around it is deformed by the high temperature. Qin Feng threw it away with an investigative technique. Open black lens bracket the Lord of Flames close black lens bracket. Explanation. The terrifying creatures born from the flames are extremely powerful. They have competed with the goddess of flame for the dominion of the plane of fire for thousands of years, and have always had the upper hand. Thousands of years ago, he attacked the Samsara continent, and was sealed here by the goddess of flame and many god-level powerhouses. Level 350. Grade Shenshuan 7th grade. Attack. Defense. Life value. Skill. Divine profound 7th rank. Qin Feng also shrank his eyes. This rank is already absurdly high. Divine profound level. Each level is different. The 7th order Shenshuan, even among the powerhouses of the Shenshuan level, is an extremely powerful existence. And its level is an extremely exaggerated 350 level. In war, the maximum level of characters and heroes is 200. If you want to upgrade again, you need special materials and opportunities. This monarch of flames has obviously broken through countless times. At this time, just stepping a few hundred yards away, the sound of the system rang in Qin Feng's ears. Ding dong, you are too close to the Lord of Flame, Shenzan. Your scorched earth level will increase by 1 level every second, please evacuate in time. Ding dong, world announcement. The Lord of Flames, Shenzan, is preparing to release the 10th Order Forbidden Art, Divine Art, Doomsday, the countdown, 24 minutes. To this, Qin Feng just felt that this was too slow, right? 24 minutes. Are you constipated here? Qin Feng continued to move forward with the troops. Soon, he arrived in front of the boss. The ground had already cracked open, and the fiery red monarch of flames had already emerged from the ground. The surrounding space is filled with extremely rich, terrifying energy, and it is obvious that someone has already fought here. Around the Lord of Flames, there was a slender figure in a fiery red dress. It is obviously a curvaceous lineman, wonderful female elf. Her image in the human world is an elf clan. Her whole body releases a vast and mysterious atmosphere, and her skin is fair. He has a delicate appearance and two pointed ears. Qin Feng threw it away with an investigative technique. Open black lens bracket, goddess of flame, close black lens bracket. Explanation. The spirit of fire, born from the flames, is extremely powerful. It has competed with the Lord of Flames for the dominion of the plane of fire for thousands of years, and has always been at a disadvantage. After the Lord of Flame was sealed, his strength increased. Level 200. Rank Shenshuan Second Order. Attack, Defense, Life Value, Skill. Seeing the attributes of the Goddess of Flame, Qin Feng also rolled his eyes. No wonder he couldn't beat the Lord of Flames. This attribute is not a little bit worse. Even if the rank is lower than 5 ranks, the rank only stays at 200. It's a ghost after it's been beaten. At this time, the red eyes of the Goddess of Flames were also staring at Qin Feng. Her pink fists clacked. It was Qin Feng, who killed her envoy, stunned 4 priestesses, and released the Lord of Flames. If she could, she would like to tear this man to pieces. But she still took a deep breath. Against the monarch of Shangyan, she is definitely at a disadvantage. And Qin Feng, who easily defeated her 4 female priestesses, still has some strength. She said, "Human, you have made a big mistake, and the reappearance of the Lord of Flames will bring extremely terrifying consequences. Now, I will give you a chance to atone for your sins. As long as you help me seal it again, I can ignore your previous actions. And grant you supreme power." Her voice fell, and the system's voice sounded instantly. Ding dong, Goddess of Flame has initiated the only hidden task, seal the Lord of Flame SSS to you, do you accept it? Open black lens bracket, seal the Lord of Flame, close black lens bracket. Mission description. The Goddess of Flame invites you to seal the Lord of Flame together, and she promises to grant you supreme power. Task difficulty 4000 W. Mission nature unique, hidden. Quest content: seal the Monarch of Flames. Mission reward unknown. Qin Feng was also taken aback when he saw the prompt popped up by the system. The Flame Goddess. Where does the confidence come from? Still in the past. Does Lao Su need your forgiveness? So, he said decisively, I refuse. Qin Feng's answer fell, and everyone in the space was dumbfounded. The most ignorant is naturally the Goddess of Flames. A dignified goddess of the mysterious level, was rejected by a level 10 human. But the Lord of Flame suddenly laughed loudly and said, "Ha ha, Goddess of Flame, you sealed me here for thousands of years, and today I finally suffered. Boy, your choice is correct. Come on, beg for strength from the mighty Lord of Flame." It fell with a rumbling sound. The sound of the system suddenly sounded. Ding dong, the Lord of Flame has launched the only hidden task, kill the Goddess of Flame SSS to you, do you accept it? 9. Open black lens bracket, seal the Lord of Flame, close black lens bracket. Mission description. The Lord of Flame invites you to kill the Goddess of Flame together. It promises that you will be allowed to join the Legion of Flame and serve it. Mission difficulty 1700 W. Mission nature unique, hidden. Mission content: kill the Goddess of Flame. Mission reward unknown. Seeing the situation of the task, Qin Feng was also stunned. The Lord of Flames, are you also a jerk? Where does it come from, its confidence and qualifications, and a look of aloofness? Qin Feng pointed his middle finger directly at the monarch of Yanji, silly critic. Lord refuses. Qin Feng's words fell. The space is quiet again. It was terribly silent. Both the Goddess of Flame and the Lord of Flame are a little confused. This mere 10th level human. You actually refused the invitation of 2 Shenshuan level powerhouses. For a while, they couldn't figure out what Qin Feng was doing. Is it looking for death? And Qin Feng, of course he wasn't courting death. Whether it is the Goddess of Flames or the Monarch of Flames, they are all fire-type powerhouses. They have been fighting each other for sovereignty over the plane of fire for a long time. Although the Flame Goddess has the upper hand now, the die-hard loyalists of the Monarch of Flames have been looking for an opportunity to come back, and the Flame Goddess has not completely unified the plane of fire until now. This is why, there is a saying in the universe, elemental god, a powerful symbol, don't mess with it. Unless, the other party is playing with fire. Thinking of this, Qin Feng also sneered. Could he just rely on one side? Of course not. He has to choose the third way, which is to kill them both. Thinking of this, Qin Feng did not hesitate, and directly took out countless fruit-like objects containing hot energy from his backpack. The beautiful eyes of the Flame Goddess also shrank. Nima, isn't this the source of her fire? She was also so angry that she gnawed her silver teeth into pieces. If Qin Feng swallowed the fire origin fruit, she would be thrown at him, and there was no way she could do anything to him. In that case, hitting Qin Feng would be hitting herself. The issue is, how does he have so many? In her widened beautiful eyes, Qin Feng kept taking out the origin of fire fruit that released a hot breath from his backpack. One bite is a lot. Let's eat and eat. The goddess of flames was also stunned for a while. Nima, what's going on? She is very sure that she has never produced so many fire origin fruits. At this time, the sound of the system in Qin Feng's ears kept ringing. Ding dong, you ate the fire origin fruit and shared 0.01% health with the goddess of flame. Ding dong, you ate the fire origin fruit and shared 0.01% HP with the goddess of flame. Ding dong. As he swallowed the fire origin fruit one by one, the faint sense of connection between him and the fire goddess also became stronger. Their lives seemed to be completely fused together. And the flame goddess on the side. It was directly broken. Hey, human, where did you get so many fire origin fruits? You stop me. I said stop, didn't you hear? In the scolding voice of the flame goddess, Qin Feng's fire source fruit was almost eaten. Ding dong. You ate the fire origin fruit and shared 0.01% health with the goddess of flame. Ding dong, you have already swallowed 10,000 fire origin fruit. Sharing 100% health with flame goddess. Taking more fire origin fruit will have no effect. Share 100% health. At this time, Qin Feng also let out a long breath. He and the goddess of flames have been integrated into one. That is to say, if either of them is damaged, the other will lose blood. The flame goddess is also a god-level powerhouse, with at least tens of trillions of health. Although she is a weak chicken, but Qin Feng will definitely not suffer before he becomes a god. When the time comes to become a god, just find a way to untie the connection of life. For Qin Feng, it was too simple, just die once. When the player dies, at most experience and level will be lost. But for the goddess of flame, it is a complete death. At this time, there was a flash of ecstasy in the eyes of the monarch of Yanji who had been watching the play. As a creature also born from the flames, he is the same as the flame goddess, and has extremely high flame resistance. This is why they have fought for so many years, but they have nothing to do with each other. But Qin Feng is different. Qin Feng, a rubbish human who was only level 10, the Lord of Flame had no idea how strong he could be. Now that they've fully shared health. So, as long as Qin Feng is attacked, isn't it the goddess of flame who loses blood? Thinking of this, the Lord of Fire also laughed loudly. It's God who helped me, goddess of flame, it seems that today is the day of your fall. The Lord of Flame is also a ruthless character. He made up his mind and without hesitation, started a violent attack directly at Qin Feng. Its huge palm suddenly gathered hot terrifying energy. The next moment, the energy condensed into a sphere, whistling towards Qin Feng. Qin Feng naturally didn't care at all. Anyway, it was fire attribute damage, so it couldn't do any damage to him at all. But the flame goddess's eyelids jumped, and her little face became pale. When the Lord of Flame came up, he made a big move, clearly not giving people a way to survive. With Qin Feng's small body, if he gets hit, just don't lose too much blood. Thinking of this, she also panicked and waved her hand directly. Ding dong, Goddess of Flame released Divine Art Katakana middle dot flame god armor on you. The dazzling fire red light fell instantly. Qin Feng's body instantly appeared a huge and exquisite armor that was completely made of flames. Next moment, boom, boom, the terrifying explosion shook the entire space. 10 seconds later, The dust from the explosion slowly dissipated. Qin Feng is naturally intact. The Lord of Flame naturally snorted coldly and looked at the fire goddess unhappily. The goddess of flames also sighed in relief. But Qin Feng just glanced at the goddess of flames. He said directly, "Are you sick?" Quote question mark question mark question mark. The beautiful face of the goddess of flames is a moment of confusion. He spent so much divine power to block the skills for him. How could he still be polite to himself? The flame goddess also clenched her pink fist, her thin lips were slightly opened, and she was about to line up with Qin Feng. Qin Feng was also speechless and said, "Look at your health bar." The flame goddess blinked and checked. Then, her beautiful eyes widened instantly. On her head, countless, plus 999,999 inches green numbers kept jumping. This is. Even the flame goddess was slightly surprised. Under the terrifying recovery ability, her wounds from the previous battle with the Lord of Flames also healed slowly. This recovery ability, even if the goddess of life, her old man, is just like that, right? Thinking of this, the flame goddess's gaze towards Qin Feng also changed. This human, still quite useful, she then said. Humans, let's join hands and reseal the monarch of flames together. Hearing this, Qin Feng was taken aback. This goddess. Are your ears bad? Didn't you refuse once? He continued. I refuse. The goddess of flames was also speechless. What the hell does this human mean? If you don't want to join forces, then why help her restore blood? She also grabbed her hair for a while, a little crazy. The space became eerily quiet. The Lord of Flame tried to launch a few attacks, but Qin Feng didn't move at all, he just took it hard. Blood strips don't move. Even directly let the goddess of flames drop a small amount of blood and recover a lot. For a time, the monarch of flames was also a little messy. His own attack, not to mention destroying the sky and destroying the earth, even the goddess of light, the old man, would not dare to take it hard. This human, is it off? The goddess of flames also launched a counterattack, although she didn't understand what happened to Qin Feng, but now she is confident. Stand up directly with the Lord of Flames. But well, her attack is really too low, and it's all fire attributes. If she hits the Lord of Flame, she can only deal 6-digit damage. Qin Feng also twitched the corner of his mouth. Isn't that just scraping? No wonder for thousands of years, the two of them couldn't tell the winner. Time passed minute by minute, and the flame goddess, the delicate mouth corners are also slightly lifted. The Lord of Flame is about to release the 10th order forbidden technique. She couldn't believe it, Qin Feng really wouldn't take the initiative against the Lord of Yan. She simply stopped scraping and stopped the attack in her hands. Then, 20 minutes passed in an instant. The magical energy around the Lord of Flame became more and more terrifying. As if it were about to collapse at any moment. The entire space has become extremely depressed because of the energy. There was also a dignified look in the eyes of the flame goddess. At the same time, she also panicked. She looked at Qin Feng and reminded, humans, if the forbidden technique of the Lord of Flame is released successfully, the territory of your human students will be destroyed. Qin Feng nodded. That's great. Fire Goddess. VIP point. Valid until October 18, 2022. Countless question marks instantly appeared on the little head of the Fire Goddess. What's the situation? Doesn't this man think about his race? Qin Feng also sneered. Are you still thinking about your race? He will indeed fight for the Terran, but not this group of rubbish. Qin Feng has always been brooding about being voluntarily abandoned by the school and entering the game on the 3rd day. It is impossible for nature to become a savior. At this time, the countdown is finally coming to an end. The terrifying energy has gathered on the Lord of Flame, as if to tear the surrounding space apart. It is also frantically shouting, ha ha ha, human beings, destroy it. Next moment, boom, 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 countless students who have already posted event maps and have been resurrected in the territory are all dumbfounded. Earthquake. Next moment, countless terrifying fire pillars with a diameter of more than tens of meters suddenly erupted from the ground. The students could not react at all, and were completely swallowed by the flames. Nima, what the hell, help, wow, Lao Su's territory is gone. I rub it. Is this the power of the 10th order forbidden technique? It's too scary, isn't it? It's too late, our human territory has been destroyed. The power of the 10th order forbidden technique, not to mention the students, even if it broke out in the main world, it would be catastrophic. Not many people survived at all. At this time, there was also a series of screen refreshes in the system news. Ding dong, world notice, player Pippi Pig's territory has been destroyed. Ding dong, world announcement, the territory of the player Chicken Eater has been destroyed. Ding dong, world announcement, player Biandao's territory has been destroyed. A series of system messages directly swipe the screen. Immediately afterwards, the rumbling world announcement suddenly rang in the ears of everyone at Blue Star. Ding dong, world announcement, the Monarch of Flames successfully released the Forbidden Art, Divine Art, Doomsday, and all territories on the novice map received 2,000 billion damage. Ding dong, world announcement, the Lord of Flame has successfully released the Forbidden Art, Divine Art, Doomsday, and all areas of the novice map are subject to Scorched Earth buff LV100, and the Goddess of Light will purify the buff one day later. Ding dong, world announcement, 95% of monsters and indigenous NPCs in the novice map have been detected to be dead. After the Goddess of Light purifies the area, new monsters will be generated and new NPCs will be settled. Ding dong, the Goddess of Light has strengthened the seal on the Purgatory of Flames. Please players to crusade the Lord of Flames in time. The message falls. The entire Blue Star became silent. Even the old monsters who were in the main world of the War Continent and lived for decades, their jaws widened in shock. The novice continent has been wiped out. It's unheard of. In the past, even if the activities on the novice map were difficult, even if the human race could not complete the public tasks of the secret realm, it would not be completely wiped out. In Qin Feng's ears, a different system sounded. Ding dong, your hero territory steward Eliza has released the skill Dream City of Unreachable. The territory has entered a one-day invincibility period, and is immune to this damage. Ding dong, only your territory is left on the current novice map, and you have won the title Disaster Survivor Shenzan. Ah this. Hearing the sound of the system in his ear, Qin Feng was stunned for a while. He did not expect that the power of the forbidden technique of the Monarch of Flames would be so great. Good guy, with a single skill, the entire novice map was detonated directly. The result is, all territories in the novice map are directly destroyed. And, this forbidden technique ignores the novice protection period of the territory. But, Qin Feng did not expect that his SSS level hero would be so powerful. The skill was activated directly, and the territory entered an invincible state. This kind of skill is still rare, at least Qin Feng has never seen it before. What's more, it was an invincible buff that lasted for a whole day. As a result, his domain was the only one that survived. War in this game, generally speaking, personal strength has little effect. But only in general. When it is powerful to a certain extent, it will destroy the sky and the earth in a gesture, and the impact will naturally be great. Qin Feng also murmured, it seems that the ability of this SSS level hero is stronger than expected, so I have to take a good look after returning to the territory. It is very important to have a good relationship with the hero, but there is a setting of loyalty value in war. Qin Feng naturally found a way to deal with the relationship with his hero. In addition, Qin Feng also won a title of Shenzan level. Qin Feng's heart was also hot. He had never seen the title of Divine Profound Grade. At this time, he also opened the title book to check. Open black lens bracket. The only survivor. Close black lens bracket. Description. A title that can only be obtained by the sole survivor of an epic disaster event. Grade 1. Grade. Shenshuan. Type. Title. Effect. Every time a building or unit in the territory is attacked, there is a 50% chance to ignore the damage. Hiss. Even Qin Feng couldn't help but take a deep breath. This title is truly worthy of the divine level. The effect is also simple and rude, it is simply a magic skill of defending the city. Every time buildings and units in the territory are damaged, there is a half chance to ignore the attack. This effect is very perverted. You know, there are no restrictions on the description of the title. That is to say, no matter what the strength of the attack, there is a half probability of being directly invalid. For example, the 10th order forbidden technique released by the Lord of Flame this time, after Qin Feng has the title, the territory has a half probability of being directly immune. How else would anyone attack the city? At this time, the Lord of Flame also burst into laughter. Ha ha ha, human, your race is finished. Looking at its smug expression, Qin Feng was also speechless. Isn't it just destroying a novice map? Wang Nuo is good, you have the ability to destroy the main world. The Monarch of Flames also broke the defense instantly. If it has the ability to destroy the war continent, how could it be sealed here? At this time, now that the forbidden technique of the Lord of Flames was finished, Qin Feng did not waste any more time. He also rubbed a ring on his hand, a dangerous light flashing in his eyes. The eyelids of the Goddess of Flames on the side jumped, and suddenly felt something bad. Qin Feng took a deep breath and heard the sound of the system in his ears. Ding dong, you use the skill, Flame Burning, delete. The burning flame is exactly the skill of Flaming Stone Ring. The effect is to burn the HP to 1 point, causing damage to the target that is multiplied by the lost HP. And Qin Feng is now, but he shares his health with the Fire Goddess. When he saw Fire Origin Fruit, Qin Feng had already thought about everything. He wants to weaken 2 Shenshuan level powerhouses at once. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.